Boop, boop. Hello, dreamers, and welcome. Hello, Lerb. And yeah, do look out for Final Fantasy VIII references tonight, as we have a train job.
I feel like this is more of Fast and Furious.
It is more Fast and Furious due to the presence of the vehicles. But yeah, uh, we find ourselves on a world where some crime needs to happen in the Sokoya system, on the world of Desolé. And as the wind whips about, and you see a distant column of smoke indicating the position of the land train, members of a certain trio find themselves revving their hover cycles. A certain gang, comprising of 3 individuals, who are about to make a big score and change the game. So, Amanda Paths. How would you say Amanda is as she sits here in the saddle of her hover cycle, awaiting the coming of the smuggler's land train you're intending to rob? Oh shit! Wait, you're talking, but I'm not hearing you.
You're muted.
I'm so sorry. I
gamer.
did that so I didn't cough into the microphone. So like all things, Amanda Path starts with her trademark smirk. That's like painted onto her face by that lovely art by Pat. And she pulls out her joint, lights it, takes a couple hits, moves on. And then she's muttering to herself. I think the other she talks to herself more than she talks to the other people.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Speaking of the other people, cheer, triumph, neutral. Here you are, also in the saddle of your very own hover bike, about to do some big crime. How does our fame chasing medic feel about this one?
Well, as the smoke wafts across their face, they start muttering a little bit, and it's just a recitation of all of the emotions that they're reading in the smoke that aren't supposed to be there. It's a little like, Amanda, you know better. But they're laughing too because they also know better. They've been hanging out with Amanda probably for a couple months now.
Amanda like courteously tries to like blow the other way.
But it's funny is because Cheer Triumph starts exuding a little bit of that smell, like just in response. Like how when somebody smiles at you, you smile back. When they're kind of mad at you, you're mad at them back. Mm-hmm. So now they smell like weed a little.
Amazing, the weed pheromone.
But they're a bit grim. They didn't expect to be here a year ago, and here they are. Yeah, this isn't even their first job. They're ready. They're determined. And then we're gonna have some fun after, right?
Yeah. And Chet says, "Well, looks like it's train job time." And yeah, you guys are each on your respective hover cycle, and it is in fact train job time. You know that a criminal organization is presently transporting a significant smuggled package of military hardware, the Kavora Syndicate. The Syndicate has in their possession a pretty significant piece of military hardware wanted by some galactic backers, and it's being moved to an extraction site with... I'm guessing that's getting picked up.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, anyway, it's you are going to steal it and sell it to the Skuza, who are a predominantly Rast criminal organization. Skuza means the family. In Skibberdobbin. And you guys are more or less ready to head out. The land train is presently headed along the teal route that's been highlighted. And you are going to need to get the shipment off of the land train and deposit it somewhere northeast of here for your end of the drop. So you're going to need to commandeer the land train before it gets much further. Or you need to commandeer the land train, let me put it that way. And as it's moving and you're moving, you're going to come up behind it. At the moment, you have... let me put it this way. You guys are free to approach this however you would like. You know that the land train has 3 independent compartments chained together. And you know that the back compartment has an exit on the lower level that you can just shove the box out of. That's not the only way to get it out, and going to the cockpit and driving it up here isn't the only way to change its course, but those are the 2 most obvious solutions. And from here, really, it's the gang's prerogative, but I will assume that you guys are going to make your approach in the land train. My question is really just, are you staying low in the dirt and the dust with... for item 1, are you keeping the flight control on? Are you keeping your built-in sim keeping you doing only safe maneuvers? Or are you going to try and come in for some more close and daring maneuvers?
I'm for close and daring, if you are.
Yeah, I can do close and daring. I've written one of these things before.
You have.
I guess so. The question I have about the train, what are the connections between cars like?
So, on the top level, so there's like, if you're not counting the roofs, there's 2 levels. On the top level, it's like an exposed like gangway walk between 2 platforms. On the lower level, it's more of a flexible tube. You could almost think of as like an airplane boarding arm, but like more thick. And that is what would let you move, say, a large crate or a large item between them on the lower level.
Okay, so it's not as simple as sever, tie, grab thing.
You could disconnect them. It is possible. It is possible to disconnect them in motion. It's not as simple as disconnecting a train car.
Okay. Yeah, let's make our approach then.
All right.
Is that an operate check?
Yeah, so I'm going to assume that you guys have already hotwired your hover cycles to not force you to do safe stuff.
Of course.
And
that's why you have me along.
It's going to be an operate check. Yes, it's going to be an operate check, and I actually have the stats of the hover cycles inputted because I suspected that they might come up in a game all about flying them. And let me just go vehicles, regular vehicles, because I was freeballing it last time. But I can confirm for you now, the handling on a hover cycle is actually +0. So just make an operate test straight.
It'll do.
That'll do.
Oh no.
So sheer triumph neutral. You wanna give me? Do you wanna reach that? Or are you gonna hold it as is? Bear in mind that because you're operating, so like it's very easy without computer intervention to flip over and explode while you are flying a hover cycle.
Yeah. So maybe I wanna push that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you're doomed if you don't, but it wouldn't be great for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so here's what happens. Important note. Cheer, are you trying to stay low to the ground, or are you trying to go up and like get higher up on the train?
Low to the ground. I was intending to plant a grenade somewhere.
All right, and yeah, do distribute amongst yourselves those 3 grenades y'all got.
I was hoping for the EMP grenade, if you didn't mind, Robin.
That's fine.
All right, and Amanda, do you want the other 2, or do you want to give one to Chet?
What skill?
There's a frag and there's a shock. It's ballistics to throw them.
Ballistics. I'll take a frag.
All right.
I'll give the shock to Chet.
All right. So you now have the trio of the grenades, the 3 grenadiers, if you will. Amanda. So you're at the back, right? And
we're
Yeah.
not on that. Okay.
I moved you, and I'm also going to deploy as long as you guys are out here. You are aware of another layer. This is going to be a 3-layer. Left side is up, right side is down on this map.
Oh my god, is this what it's like to be Max? I can't see anything.
Oh no. I'll try and fix that.
I see it.
Well, here's the thing. You've seen the top level, right?
Yeah.
But you should also see the bottom center.
Let me zoom out.
Dynamic lighting is on. For
I see it. This
You
is
got-
just a big map.
So yeah, okay. Amanda, are you going low? Are you trying to like come up low onto like the Ganshir, even up against the lower levels, or are you trying to like come in high and maybe do a high pass?
I'm trying to do a high pass. Honestly, at this point, I think I'm going to try to throw a frag grenade into the cockpit.
All right.
Or-
So, yeah, so you're making a high pass. Cheer Triumph, you're making a low pass, and Chet is, I'm gonna say, default assumption is to like flying V wing off of Amanda. Cheer, you're coming in close.
I feel like we communicated beforehand, and I made it clear that you could not actually depend on me for these things. So that Chet and Amanda are doing well by taking the forward position here.
So
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I'm totally fine to use a pop orders on Cheer.
yeah, so what you could do is when you see Cheer basically flies too low, and the warnings that would have been an automatic adjustment for you to like cycle back the rear fan blinks on the screen for half a second, and then a rock has hit one of your key rotors, and so do 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 do, and your bike takes 2 damage and it begins to shudder. Actually, I will see if you manage to balance one of those damage points. You don't. Cheer Triumph is normally going to have to make another operate test to see if they crash. But if Amanda wants to give a quick order and be like, no, Cheer, you have to do this. Yeah, okay.
That's with +3.
Okay. Cheer. Now make an operate test with a modifier of 3 to like recover from this.
Okay. Yeah. My dexterity is in my fingers, not in my whole body. What?
Do you? Would you care to reach that one?
This is going well. I'm cursed.
Okay, so Cheer Triumph neutral. You try and pull up, and Lee checks something really. Okay, I'm gonna say the AI on all of these bikes has one processing. If you allow it to turn back on autopilot mode and rigidly correct your movement, Cheer Triumph neutral, I will let you have a processing based reroll.
Okay. Yeah, obviously I can't be depended on. We've
All right, so you
established
punch. All right, you realize you're about to like hit the dirt bad. You can't pull up properly without overcorrecting the fins and spinning out to your death. You hit the button, roll it one more time. Knowing dice odds, it's perfectly possible we get a 3rd wipe, and I'm just like, oh no.
fails in a row.
Okay.
Five.
Has this? What's your? Have you kept track, Lee, of like the most failed checks in a row?
We had an alien RPG one that was
Five.
absolutely insane with like 3 rows of dice coming up nil, roll after roll. Cheer triumph resolve. Here's cheer triumph neutral. Here's what happens. You're coming in low. You're coming in below the gangway, and you are coming up towards the rear like garage door. And as you hit the button, it like locks into trajectory, but it's locked in on a bad advance, and you see it is about to like nose first into the ground and explode back here. What are you doing as you realize that your hover cycle is not making it out?
I want to jump off the seat onto the train.
Okay, now here's a question. Are you going for the garage? Like the garage door has like a slight ramp and lip to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try and jump to that, or do you want to try and jump one level up? Or are you just trying to hook your little bug legs to like the sides of this vehicle?
Yeah, hook my little bug legs.
Give me a maneuver. I'm gonna say, yeah, just straight maneuver.
Yes. That's why I said I would jump, because that one is actually a good skill.
Okay. With that twist, I will let you either scuttle up 1 Z level like immediately, or you can do this and make less sound when you land, because there's going to be sound, but it might not be originating from your point of distance. You know what I'm saying?
I want to make less sound.
Okay, you, as a very stealth bug, hop over here. This goes, and yeah, on your tack net, Amanda, you see Scratch One. And Chet's like, uh-oh. And you guys are flying, right? You do a pretty good job. However, there's been explosions now. You know, there's two guards in this nest here, basically, in the middle of the central. They're standing up and looking around with their guns, and they definitely see 2 people on hover cycles and an explosion in the distance behind them. Amanda, what are you still trying to gun for the front and maybe like frag them?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna try to throw a grenade in the middle of them before problems happen.
All right.
Well, more problems
wait.
happen.
When you say them, do you mean the 2 people in the nest, or do you mean?
I actually think I want to take out the guys in the nest.
All right.
I think they're more my problem right now.
I'm gonna say this is your ambush round for y'all. So we're just gonna see how this plays out, and then we're gonna move to initiative as things happen. We'll see. And let me just check something real quick.
I'd feel worse if you didn't all see the dice.
Drones, factions, adventure-specific NPCs. No. So you're riding in, right?
Mm-hmm.
On your hover cycle, and you are, your combat speed is 20 meters. Yeah, no. So you get like right parallel them on a zoom before they can even react, and you might even be a little bit back considering how grenades work. Do you want to give me that ballistics to just sort of like pop little grenades? Modifier 1.
I didn't roll with the yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you pull the pin on your hog for grenade, little banana slice grenade, and it goes ding 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 ding, and you give it a little yuck, and this small hexagonal piece of metal clatters around in the nest with these 2 vagabonds, and is all they can do to shout and try and roll as you roll me 8d6. It's a 4/8 hazard. Okay, so that is 6 damage being dealt, and they are both going for a maneuver test as they just try and roll out of the way. Excuse me, no, they're not getting a maneuver test. What the fuck am I talking about? They're rolling armor. Yep. And alright. So an explosion goes off, and they're pretty fucked up by that. You've definitely wiped out their stamina and dinged into the health. Some more than others. And they're freaking out. The chairs are blown away. Their cover is degraded by 1 quality. It's now a lot less than it would have been.
Yeah.
Or a step
I'll
less. And
use my side action to give Chet an order.
yeah.
Take it out from me, buddy.
Alright, so with a side action, you can't give him a full main action, but you can give him... like,
No, order is just like a bonus when he does the next thing.
Oh, right. No, you're helping him. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm forgetting my own game. Give me that communicate.
Yeah, I actually use order more than that. Oh, shit. I'm going to reach that. Fuck. That shouldn't happen. I have 10 of those. All right. +1.
Alright, so Chet is like, you got it, boss. And unfortunately, because you guys did not get to start with pulse rifles, he doesn't have a full auto weapon, but he does sit up in the seat. Gonna aim. He's gonna get your communicate bonus. He's gonna shoot at one of these guys. And he is going to plunk 3. So one of them got suppressed and the other didn't. The one who's like, no, my resolve stands firm, is the one who's getting shot. They roll 1 dice because of the AP on that. It doesn't do anything for them. 4 pumped into damage. They are down and there's a lot of blood. And
Were we
yeah.
supposed to kill people on this one?
And Chet's
We don't
like,
care.
yeah, Chet's like, scratch a few. And he's like, that's your department. And yeah, so you guys have swooped up. Battle has definitely been met. Meanwhile, you definitely hear cheer, triumph, neutral. Somebody's like clanging around on the grate above you, gun up. And you can hear them calling in on their headpiece, like, explosion back here, disappearing in the distance, I don't know. Holy shit, someone's shooting.
Trying to breathe deep so my emotions don't give me away.
Yeah. Thankfully, the atmosphere's a little harsh out here, and he's got a mask on, so he's not
good.
smelling you too virulently.
It's not hearing my mental chatter.
Yeah. But how are you responding? There's like they give you an eye to also mimic, because Roll 20 doesn't do Z levels great. This is like right where the vagabond is, and I'll put the eye where you are, right? So like that's where the person is relative to you.
Okay, so they're like right above.
They're right above, looking out over the ledge.
And I'm sorry, could you remember what the vagabond is? Is that the object we're looking for?
No, okay, so that's just a generic NPC. Okay, I'm just talking about the enemies. That's an enemy. That is one of the Syndicate criminals. He's got a shotgun in his hand.
Okay.
It doesn't look like they're terribly well armed, given
How
that
many-
he has a shotgun, but you know.
How many combatants were we expecting given our intel?
Given your intel, you were expecting that there was a mix of workers and gangers who would give a mixed level of resistance to a real attack, but
Okay.
you don't think that there's more than like a dozen people here?
Oh, okay, it doesn't. Okay. So
No more than.
Right,
It
right,
could be
right, right.
less.
Yeah. Mm. Okay. I still have an electro shotgun in my inventory.
Mhm.
Should I ignore that?
I mean, I would let you have it. You wanna try and tase him?
I feel like that would be quieter than my battle rifle.
Yes.
It is still the time to be quiet, I believe.
Sure. So you wanna pop this person unawares.
Yeah, they're within 24 meters of
Yeah.
me.
Because it's like a close range unawares. I'll give you a modifier of 3 if you want to just pop that electroshock.
Okay.
A golden beam casts out and glimmers across the dust particles, wrapping all around the train. The impact vest does nothing for them, and they are a bit shocked as they look around as you've cast this tasing bolt at them, and they definitely know where you are, and they raise their shotgun against you. At this juncture, it is initiative time. So if you pull up your sheet, if you click on yourself, pull up your sheet, and with the blue boxes still around your character, hit the little initiative button at the top right.
Okay, I need to. Is that other character right? Oh my, this is me. And then I go to my sheet. Is this what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Twice. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, have yourself clicked on, and then go to your sheet of the initiative buttons. Yep, see, you popped up.
Twice
I
I
didn't
have.
get anything that said I didn't pop.
Okay, so twice I've rolled initiative in the last 2 sessions I've been in.
Yeah.
And it has not accept the robot does not accept my initiative roll.
So, I mean, it still pops up, so I can still pop you on, but when you do it, do you have Amanda clicked on such that blue boxes appear around her?
No, that's probably it.
That's it. That's how it selects. And you can't click off. It has like the blue box has to actively be around the token, or it will not be taken.
Okay, thanks for the tech lesson.
Yay! And it is now, of course, Chet's turn. No, it's not. Chet is just rolling initiative. Probably not going to beat yours. Doesn't beat yours. Okay, Amanda, it is your turn. There's one surviving, but relatively suppressed vagabond on the roof. Anybody below definitely just heard the, frag go off. And, one man is dead. What's the play? And also, I'm going to copy an eye so that you have an idea of the parallel view. It's not going to be perfect, but you can see roughly what you can see.
So my plan is definitely to revolver shot the remaining dude on the roof there. So do we have comms?
Yeah, you have headset comms, then you're going to be able to, unless a jammer or something gets introduced, you're going to be able to reliably communicate with your pal.
Hey, Cheer, you ghosted on me? Or is Cheer out of comms? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I haven't taken any damage yet.
No, I know, but the information Amanda was given was that scratch one when your bike went. So I don't know if I have communications with you.
Well, we have helmet comms. They're as good as walkie-talkies at least.
Yeah, you have helmet comms. What you saw was you down one bike.
Okay, that's fine. I thought Amanda's information was that someone had died.
Mm-hmm.
You
may have assumed that, but you're welcome to ask.
No.
And they will answer you.
That's what, and that's what she's asking. Okay,
yes.
Okay. She's establishing.
We'll hear
all
from
right. Well, looks like we're gonna have to do this the harder way. So, pull out whatever you got and make it quiet, loud. I don't really care, honestly. I'm gonna throw an order to Cheer for whatever ballistics test comes next.
Awesome.
Right.
Oh shit! With a twist, not a twist, a bad thing.
The modifier of 3, you suffer 1 shock. So you are telling your compatriot Cheer that you don't really care, do whatever, and in the process, you throw in a very casual rote phrase that you would have been used to in your work previously, which is all hail the Emperor. And your coworker is kind of like, what the fuck? So Cheer goes up one edge as they're like, who am I working with again?
Yep.
So Amanda,
all hail the Emperor.
Oh, did you already add it, or?
Yeah, I popped it.
Okay.
So
and for my main action, I just want to pop the guy I'm keeping pace with.
Make me. Yeah, he's going to be getting extra cover armor because he's been forced prone, but the quality of his cover has also been degraded. Anyway, pop your shot.
So I have a revolver.
Mm-hmm. You have it popped into your ranged weapons?
Wait, what?
You have it popped into your ranged weapons? If not,
no, I just picked it beforehand.
It's got a mod 1, so just roll 1 extra dice.
Cool.
So yeah, you whip out your revolver, and in your chamber revolver, you pop a shot.
So that's two successes.
Okay, you can spend that extra twist on damage or to try and pin your foe.
Damage. We're trying to take. I think they're already pinned.
Yep, they're already in a bit of a firm lodging. So they're gonna have 4 extra armor. However, your revolver is AP2, knocking out one of those. Okay, you actually clear them straight to 0. Yeah, it looks like they're down. They did blood spurts from their shoulder. They look pretty fucked up.
All right. Sorry about that, buddy. Nothing personal.
You don't really have the action economy to do anything with your hover bike. It just sort of like, naturally stays where it is.
Yeah, I imagine it's like keeping pace. Like as long as I don't like, it's like a car that's Although I guess driving a car is a little bit more active. Don't passively let a car coast like that.
So on Chet's turn, he tries to bring his bike in, and he winds up, scraping his fan, and actually having to fall back. And he's like, "Shit, thing's acting up," and so he doesn't get that far. Cheer.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the sound of a terrible lawnmower accident, somewhere to the north, and also bullets, as people are dispensed with. Someone above you is pointing a shotgun at you.
The one I just hit, or a different guy?
Yeah, no, the person you just shot.
Shoot me again.
Alright, pop me that shot.
I already told him once.
Told him once, you told him twice.
And you have a bonus on that, right?
Okay, what is
Modifier of 3, thanks to the command from Amanda Paths. Goes to eliminate the enemy.
That's why I hang out with you.
To eliminate enemies. Alright.
I had 2 successes?
2 successes. A success and a twist, a level 1 shock. And did you roll your 3 extra dice?
Yeah, because I'm not actually that good with weapons.
Right. You tase. A little bolt gets casted, and the vagabond is gonna roll their armor as again the bolt is casted, and you feel a little stunned by it, a little stunned, but they're not downed yet. And unfortunately for you, they're mostly just pissed off looking.
Do I have any movement to like skitter along
You do.
to make it difficult?
You've got 4 meters of climb, and if you were to head north, you would create a tighter aperture they were having to shoot around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I not only want to move to like make them have to aim on the run, but also I want to get out of. I want some cover.
You could also try and go under their feet, which would put you with the grate that they're standing on between you and them.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to go north or do you want to go southeast?
Yeah, that gives me a lot of grip. The grate does.
All right, so you want to go down southeast?
Yeah.
You have 4 meters. Do you want to try and get around this corner nub?
Yeah, I'm gonna come back that way.
All right, so you managed to get all the way around here, which puts your all-seeing eye, broadly speaking, here.
Okay. You just.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And you technically speaking, beside. Okay. The result of your level 1 shock is this. You fidget, and the heat release on your electroshock gun is not doing great. The weapon's mechanism isn't overheating yet, but it's hard to wield in your hands. And until the end of your next turn, shots with that weapon are going to be at a -2 modifier.
Okay. Once I get in a good place, I'll probably switch out for the other gun, but
Yeah, alright.
I'm gonna hold on it for now.
Alright, so, this vagabond is gonna try and come around the corner and fire down at you. Great. You gain additional armor from the grate. And yeah, they've got a shotgun raised, aimed down at you. And they give you a blast.
So I roll my armor.
Not yet.
Okay.
Let's see if they hit. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll roll armor with a modifier of 4.
Additionally 4, or just the way it is?
Yes.
Okay, so a total of 8.
Yeah, because cover gives you armor.
Okay, so I got
Okay.
2 strikes.
You stop all of the damage as it blasts across. Either like takes you slightly on the impact vest, but you're fine. like a hard thud to your chest, but you live, and like just like a lot of it blinks as the buckshot breaks across the metal grate.
Yeah, Cheer Triumph mutters into their communicator. Thanks for convincing me to switch this out. You're a good egg.
Yeah.
And you know that like that's a little bit weird for them to say you're a good egg because it kind of implies that you're part of Mirai 5, and we've talked about this.
Amazing.
But now's not the time to argue.
Amazing. So this random human vagabond picks up the battle rifle, aims it, and tries to shoot out Chet's bike. The bullets fly wide as dust kicks up into their face. I think that the people down below are probably going to have a think about how brave they're feeling today. And the answer is decently so. So, Amanda, a human mechanic pops up from this hole, right? And they've got their, they have in their hands a trusty, dusty service pistol. And they're going to aim and shoot at you. You've got that damage coming at you, Amanda.
Hey.
Want to pop me that armor?
Yeah. Ooh. Not good. Not good. What is my armor?
What are you wearing?
Shrike tabletop T-shirt, available soon in stores.
I think that.
I armor 1 spacesuit.
Okay.
So is that just 1 die then?
Yep, 1d6.
I love that like now the officer has convinced the fragile Mirai to take an impact vest while wearing a level 1 armor themselves.
Alright, so you had 4 damage coming at you, you plink 1, you take 3. There goes your stamina. You like that subtle bit of marketing, Lurb? Excellent. We try and, keep it nice and slid in there. And they don't have the action economy to get back below. That is, I would say, the immediate motions of the relevant people. And in terms of the others, I don't have the to do anything yet, but some of them are going to begin moving. Amanda, it is your turn.
Mm-hmm. Just as I take a bite, of course.
A delicious, delicious bite of your turn.
All right, well, Amanda doesn't stand for this sort of thing. She's going to order Chet to blast that fucker, and then she's going to buy or command, whichever one is the side action benefit. Order is the side action. Side action, tell Chet to blast that fucker, then she'll blast that fucker.
All right, give me a communicate, and then a shoot, or shoot then communicate at your preference. All right, you'll get a modifier 1. All right. The human mechanic has a mate rig on. They take the hit, except you're shooting a revolver, you cut through their armor. So you're dealing 3 damage. They seem to take that blast pretty hard. That's the end of your turn?
Hopefully Chet can do more than I did.
Yeah, he goes to seal the deal. You give him modifier 1. He's aiming. The AP knocks through their armor. That's a clean 4. You see blood splatter up into their rebreather, and they've got bullet holes in their side. They're not doing good. Cheer Triumph neutral.
Mm-hmm.
You are still in the Tango of Death on the lower decks.
Yeah, I've got 2 on me right now. 2 or 3. Aware of my existence is what I mean.
Yeah, potentially. And I mean, they definitely have headsets as well, so.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna. I'm actually gonna try to even though they're fully aware of where I am, make it difficult enough. Like keep moving hard enough that like I don't have to do too much while trying to get close to where, like a mechanism where my EMP grenade's gonna be really effective, without fucking up my equipment. Like, I want to find some control panel or something to mess up while evading these people.
So you see there are like big wheels nearby, and like dust clouds being kicked up from them. And you like, yeah, you can see like the axles and such inside. You don't see a control panel per se. This isn't a place you wish to directly interface with it, but you could try and give me a scrutiny if you wanted an integral avenue of fuck up a dude.
Yeah, even if I can't do it this turn, I want to prepare for it.
Certainly. Okay, do you want to emphasize on getting a point of digital access or doing more damage?
I want to scramble the electronic.
Okay, you see there is a power cell here, and you should be able to get into some electronics from there. And you're gonna have to get near this wheel, but you see with the amount of success is a good avenue. In the process, however, you know your electroshock gun was hot earlier.
Yeah.
You drop it. You want to make me a maneuver to try and catch it?
It's hot.
Yeah.
No, I'll drop it.
All right. It thuds to the ground and disappears in the dust behind.
Okay, I'll remove it from my.
Yeah, that is. And you want to keep moving north?
Yeah, toward the digital bit.
Yeah, and I'd say if you dash, you'll have the movement. You want to get right up in here. Give me a maneuver with the modifier of 1 to get up around the wheel. Ooh, okay. So, do you have any digital hacking tools of any sort, or are you just using your slate?
Use my slate. Well, like my goal is just to break it.
Oh, okay. You're just trying to break it. Okay, so
I have an EMP grenade. I'm trying to get close enough to use that on something that will fuck up the train.
You're here. You're near the box. You grab it. You ignore the fact that it's a live. Like you know better than to grab like live cables, but you do, and you wind up taking a 2-4 electricity hazard. Roll me any spacesuit armor you have, which is none, and an endurance test.
So an endurance test.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, you take 1 point of electrical damage, and make me a resolve test to avoid becoming suppressed.
What is suppressed?
Suppressed is a state that can be put upon you via a variety of means. And I'll tell you more about it as you make the resolve test here in a minute. Unfortunate. So,
it's under empathy, so I'm assuming it has something to do with communication.
Well, so it's more about the fact that it's under resolve. So, explosions, fully automatic fire, and scary things will force you to, could risk suppressing you, right? When you get a single success on that test, you gain 1 edge, but nothing bad happens. Otherwise, when you fail, you suffer level 1 shock. If you would generate any shock on the resolve test against it, the test is 1 worse. So the shock is 1 worse. So while that would generate a level 1 shock because it was on a test against being suppressed, you're suffering a level 2 shock here now.
Okay. But I'm still moving.
You're in position. You're in position when all this starts happening. You're right here at the rear well, and you. What happens is you wind up rotating yourself, like walking relative to it, like upside down, and you're trying to get a good sight in, and then you get zapped to try and back off from it. And what happens is you put yourself in the least optimal position to be able to get inside of there, and you gain 1 edge. As you're like, fuck.
I feel like since I'm upside down, equipment shifted around and it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Shit that was on your belt hanging down is now hanging up. Yeah, you gain 1 edge, and that's your main action. And you have a side action if you want to use it. If you have anything you can think of that you'd like to do with it. If you want to draw an item.
Okay, I'm gonna draw the MP grenade to get ready.
EMP grenade in hand. All right, there's people.
So I need to add an edge, and you took the damage off already.
Yep.
Question mark. Okay. I keep
And
forgetting to add the question mark at the end.
5, 10, or rather, 2. So a door opens as this person looks out, and people cry out, "They're on the wheels!" And someone's like, holds up a shotgun, like, "Don't shoot!" And like, "What the fuck are we supposed to do?" And then they see that you have an EMP grenade, and this human mechanic is going to try and take an aim shot with a service pistol and miss you entirely.
Okay.
This vagabond is holding an action, and
I like to think my bad luck is contagious.
yeah, is like overwatching you, right? They're like over you, they're overwatching you. And they're shouting, "Drop the grenade!" And yeah.
And I think Tear Triumph's got this like oh fuck scent coming out of them that's really disconcerting. Like it's like burnt tires, you know.
Oh yeah, the Concerno mode has been activated.
Oh, I have an ability for that. I forgot.
Yeah, actually, hold on, wait. You suffer a level 2 shock. That's really important. There are humans near you.
Yes, there are.
The anxiety pheromone goes off, and this vagabond like drops their shotgun, and it like goes off in like a random direction. They have to go running after it to grab it, and the human mechanic here is gonna step back inside because they're like, "Oh shit," and they close the door.
It's like stepping in a stink bug.
Yeah. In this juncture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the mechanic up here hops back down the fucking hole. Amanda Paths, it is your turn.
All right, Chet, finish that guy off for me, will ya? I guess he moved. The human mechanic.
Yeah, he's gone back downstairs.
All right. Amanda is actually going to focus on moving her bike and try to move it towards the front of the train.
Yeah, make me an operate test to see if everything goes copacetique.
Yeah.
All right.
For a thing I have like no training in, I have yet to fail an operate test.
Yeah, you get 20 meters. Congrats. It's a main action to do the piloting.
The main action to do the piloting, so I move and that's it. I'll send off an order for Cheers next ballistics test.
All right. You tell Cheer to throw it real good. We look at that communicate. Tell him finds a hole. That's a modifier of 3.
Yeah, I make the mistake of explaining it using baseball terms, but then I catch myself and explain the baseball terms.
Nice.
It gets like static back, but it's not radio static. It's just like a weird crackly hissy sound. Like, okay.
Jet makes it to where you are and dismounts. Maybe about his turn. Cheer Triumph neutral. It is your turn. You're by the box. You're rotated upside down, and you've already been shocked by it once. But you're pretty sure that this, like the cable housing, is not secure enough to be safe from an EMP, and there is like a divot between these like pipes that you could underhand chuck this into the undergirdings of this. You think you will probably fuck up a lot of stuff if you successfully do this. You want to go for it?
Hell yeah.
All right, now you have a plus modifier from Amanda. You have a negative modifier from being in a bad position. You have a baseline modifier of 1 for throwing a grenade. I'm going to say this shakes out to a modifier 2 for you.
Okay, so for ballistics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, you chuck it. There's a... As you hear a small explosion and see like a little bit of it pump out as the magnetically charged discs all just discharge at once, and a pulse waves out. Your slate, like the screen flashes, everything in here begins to fuck up, and yeah, you've definitely just fucked some civilian grade electronics, and you hear a cascading series of burps, beeps, and explosions, and roll me 6d6.
19.
All right. Someone somewhere is still slightly perturbed. So that was your main action. You throw this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the process, you are going to like report that you've like thrown the grenade or whatever, and you accidentally like slightly pop the battery out of your headset because you grab it so hard in like the death clutch to try and stop it from falling. And like it gets partially exposed just long enough to not destroy it, but to give terrible force feedback through the headset to everyone, yourself included. All of the players gain 1 edge.
Okay.
Yikes.
As Chet's like, how's that? Cheer, triumph, neutral. You have popped the grenade in, and I will temporarily. All right, so that's your go, right?
Yeah,
no, it's
I
not.
mean, if I have
You've
some
still got
movement, I'll
movement.
scramble up backwards and try to find some more cover to shoot from. But if I don't, that's fine.
So do you want to keep shooting from like the side of the land train? Do you want to get up? Do you want to get down?
If I can anchor myself on the side, that's great. If they have to stand and I can cling, this is a good
Alright.
position for me.
All right, so you're gonna stay there.
But I'm gonna right myself.
You right yourself. So, all right. Strictly speaking, I'm gonna say Amanda and Chet are not present in quote unquote engaged in combat. So I'm gonna run this slightly looser in terms of where you can go and what you can do, and then we'll pop back to the situation with Cheer in the back. But
Like always, the less than skilled combat character has gotten themselves in deep trouble, while the really competent characters have everything under control, and you have to come rescue them.
What's the play here, Amanda? What's your intent? This is the only entrance you see. There are, however, several. Actually, let me correct myself. There are windows. There is a top entrance. There are doors on either side of this front, like cab protrusion. Let me move up your eye to give you a sense of the side view.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then there's of course the door at the back. What's your present deployment?
So if we go down from here, we can find the people controlling the thing and either cap them, push them off the train, or otherwise get them to cease and desist.
Yeah, you think that this is driven from this cab at the front?
Yeah. However, also Cheer is in the middle of like what sounds like a really intense firefight.
Oops.
How much would that be? Like, how long would it take to go and attend to that?
Well, on a hover bike, if you rolled well, you might be able to at least get lined up. That's presently taking place 50 meters from your present location.
Okay.
Do you
Here's
want
the thing.
to go back?
No, I'm telling Chet to go back.
Okay.
Chet, that Amanda can solo this.
All right. All right.
Let me solo her.
All right.
Little Elden Ring reference. So I'm going to try to go out the door, and I'm going to try to actually climb down the side of the train. A little bit, if that's is that possible? If I were to go on the side of the cab and try to climb down.
Well, there's also like ground to stand on either side of those doors if you want.
Yeah, but the goal here is I'm trying to get Chet to Cheer and Amanda to the control room.
And you want to take one of the side doors into the control room.
Yeah. I didn't know if that was possible.
Yeah.
Like if
is.
I could okay.
Do you want to drive up there and then hop off, or do you want to disembark here, run up, and then hop down to a door?
I think disembark and run.
Give me a maneuver to show me how well you clamber down this side.
All right. Can I give a command to myself? I mean, or an order to myself?
You cannot.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna reach that.
Yeah, so the wind is buffeting your face, and you feel like you might be about to slip and eat shit.
Okay.
You run, you drop. As you drop, bullets spill out of your pocket, and you have one less reload for your revolver, unless you stop and pick them up.
No, it's fine. I don't usually miss, so I just won't miss this time.
Yep.
And I send with my other with my rating. Actually, I'm gonna go send up an order to Cheer to not die.
All right. Well, so what action do you want to give Cheer a benefit towards? Because you have to specify.
Probably still ballistics.
All right.
Yeah.
Amanda, you open the door, you step into the cabin. There's a Thren and a Rast here at the controls. They turn.
All right, everyone. All right. So here's how this is gonna go. I'm going to stop the train, and neither of you are going to end up little. What color's Thren blood?
Blue.
Amanda's asking the Thren. Blue and presumably red smears all over the ground.
And the Rastak is like, yeah, well, considering you've just boarded a Syndicat train, there probably will be some red smears. And give me a communicate to convince them to not try anything foolish here. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, the Syndicate. Listen, I've dealt with worse things. I think I've blown up a couple of their vessels. It's really hard to keep track of who I've killed these days. So don't give me less to remember, more to not remember. Whatever.
All right. Yeah, you managed to convince them, and they like put their hands up and like, all right. We just drive the trains, okay? We just make sure the train's on time, and they put their hands up and stand up a little. They don't seem like they are willing to fight over this. That's what Amanda's more or less done in this juncture. Cheer. You see a hover bike flying in your direction with Chet on it, and it seems like he's coming to your aid. As he does so, somebody steps out the back of here, and they're wielding what looks like heavier firepower. It actually looks like they've got a pulse rifle in hand.
Okay.
And they spray a little in Chet's direction.
Mm-hmm.
And Chet tries to make the appropriate maneuvers to reach you in time regardless. Managed to swoop in with time to spare. By the time he's getting up alongside you, the guy with the shotgun, however, is turning back around. And Chet's like, hop on. And this dude has the shotgun and he's trying to shoot it at you. What are you gonna do, Cheer?
I'm gonna shoot him and then I'm gonna try to jump on.
Alright, pop me that gun. He's also gonna get the cover of the grate.
Okay. Which has something to do with successes, right?
No, it doesn't actually. It's a dice roll. It's armor roll. What gun are you shooting?
You
have a crossbow.
The only gun I have left, which is the battle rifle.
Oh, I thought you took the crossbow. Yeah, you do, but you have the battle rifle out and you shoot it.
What was my
Mod 2.
2? Okay, for command.
So no, wait. Sorry. Amanda's command was a modifier 3.
Okay, well, I got 3 successes.
Yeah.
Will one more matter?
But it depends on how well this armor roll goes for him. So you might want to roll one more d6.
Okay.
So you shoot up at your foe. And
I can just roll one more d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and you will know what it means. I don't want to re-roll this because I actually succeeded.
Yeah, just pop a dice. Okay, so so here's the thing. You're dealing 4 damage, right?
With 3 armor piercing?
With 3. So here's the thing. He has 8 because the great is worth 4 and his impact vest is worth 4. So he
Okay.
rolls 5 dice,
Yeah.
2 of which succeed, knocking out 2 of your incoming damage. He takes 2 of your hits. He's up at 1 gaming. He has 1 HP left. Meaning that I'm assuming you hop to like the hover bike to get away with Chet.
Yeah.
As you hop to the back of the bike and Chet goes to zoom away, they do in fact rattle off a shotgun blast.
Okay.
A veritable kick in the ass. And they are pumping that, I'm going to say, not at either of you, but at the bike.
Oh.
And the bike has 2 armor. One of which actually succeeds. Yeah, so Chet's bike has taken a further damage as it plinks against the rear, and Chet kind of like, zooms up and around this corner a bit to safety. And Chet's like, boss is at the front, I'm gonna go join her. And as this happens, the dude with the pulse rifle from earlier has apparently gone back inside.
Yeah, True Triumph is kind of like, they have a pretty good grip of their legs, so it's not like they're holding on to Chet or anything. They've still got their rifle, and they're kind of like doing guard while he drives.
Yeah, you got your gun up. If you're on the lookout, give me a scrutiny.
They are not built for the middle of a battle at all.
So, you wind up like digging some of your climby leg spurs into Chet. You gain 1 edge when you realize this. He gains 1 edge when he realizes this, and he also gains an edge and suffers the level 1 shock when your anxiety pheromones hit him. Actually, you already released your anxiety pheromones for this go. Or is it limited to you or your human response? I think it's yours. So he's not actually up that much, and
Yeah, it's my shock that matters.
the 2 of you wobble a little, but he manages to keep going. Amanda, your little like heads-up display shows you that your buddies are on the way, but not here yet. Both of these 2 people are like standing down. They're walking over here, and they're like, "Do whatever you want." The buttons are right there.
Okay.
And you can see there's a pretty obvious accelerator, decelerator. There's also controls for steering it. And you know that the plan is you're going to divert on this map right here. And like the land train is like here by now. You want to get here.
Okay. Yeah. I wave at the other. I keep my gun trained on the other 2, and do my best to like attentively modify the controls. I imagine my systems training. I know it'll be a systems roll, but is there a modifier for trying to do that while holding people at gunpoint?
Yeah. So the thing is, you have to divide your attention. I'm gonna say -1 modifier. You got your gun on up, you got your hand here. Yeah, so you override the cruise control to turn left as you're just trying to make sure it goes left. You accidentally hit the lock button, and it looks like the land train is presently stuck listing to the left until some work is done to reverse that.
Okay. Amanda barks at the other 2 to get out before she starts shooting. She
right.
wants them to like leave the room. And then she's going to give a bonus to Chet for Chet's next operate test.
All right, yeah. As you tell, what are you telling Chet?
Hey, buddy, I could use some help over here. I've got locals. I tried to keep them. I've got the control room, but if both y'all could get here real fast and keep me from getting ambushed by a Rast with a shotgun or something. Because they are probably about to go get guns, so could use some help.
Yeah. All right. Give me that communicate. That says will do. And he cranks the handle and gives these spinner blades all they've got, and just by the skin of his teeth, manages to make some progress and get you guys up here. Cheer and Chet are able to disembark with the hover bike holding relative position right here. The door slides open. Chet comes in and takes up Overwatch position. Cheer, what are you up to? I'll ping you so you know where you are.
Before we go any further, I'm going to take a risk and apply drop to myself.
Sure. So you pop a drop and you go into zero edge.
Okay. What are the complications?
That does not emerge until subsequent uses of drop within the same 10-hour third.
Fantastic.
So your
Okay.
first go is fine.
Does that take my whole action?
Nope. It's like a side action to pop a drop. And
Can I
right
do the
now,
same for Chet?
we're out of... Do you want to offer Chet a drop?
Yeah, I want to offer.
He would turn down and say, I need my nerves right now.
Okay.
I'm
Amanda?
okay.
How are you doing?
She has her her smirk has gone to the manic grin she's known for having on these kinds of jobs.
Mhm.
And she has pulled out a joint and is trying to fix the computer because she fucked it up and doesn't want to admit she made a mistake. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Dear Triumph will just like fan out a collection of different medications to like
yeah,
sort of look at you like, you need something.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Wait, by the way, Amanda, you're back at 3 stamina?
I didn't do that.
Did I copy paste you?
Thanks for the call out though.
I definitely healed you at some point, somehow, my bad. I noticed roll 20 being silly. Chet also didn't have the right number of edge dice on that roll. Anyway, yeah, I was just thinking, like, didn't Amanda take damage that might want healing?
Okay, so I need to.
Oh yes, please. Yeah.
And remember, it takes a minute, so it's like an out-of-combat thing to use a medikit, so if you wanted to use one, now could be a prime time.
Yes, I will. Do
Amanda's
that.
going
I roll
to
medicine.
Amanda's going to insist on using the computer while being worked on.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Alright.
fine. Tear Triumph is like long and lanky, so they can just
Yes.
kind of like fit, and they've got their medikit, and it's just beep 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 going on.
Holy
Ooh-wee!
shit. Alright, so...
So I roll, and then the number of successes. Is what
Yep,
matters?
and medical supplies will offer a modifier of 1 to this test, if you allow those.
Great, I roll 11 then.
Okay, so the medikit is expended, and Amanda is at 2 stamina. Amanda, you managed to hack this shit so well, you get a super twist. The next time you're doing a system test related to this, you get 1 automatic success. You managed to patch this into your slate, and you basically suborn the cockpit into your TACnet, and you have remote control options now, all of you.
Mhm.
You do a great job. You do a great job. The only side effect is like when you go for your second run, you like plug in your slate, right?
Hmm.
The shock here is that you have it basically running you have moved the command line over to your phone. If your slate breaks physical connection with the cockpit, the brain of the train needs to be reset. Basically.
So if the phone for some reason loses connection to the cockpit,
Yeah.
I then have to go find the computer brain of the machine spirit, whatever you will, and keep the thing from
You'll have,
bring it back.
you'll have to do it from the cockpit, but the thing is, like, you plugged in your slate, so now it's like on the dashboard. And if you unplug it, that's when the problem happens. That's the level 1 shock.
Yeah.
But you've done a great job, and you don't have to do anything else, barring some major problems, to get this going exactly where you want it. So, and with the extra twist, on top of the super twist, I'd say you do an extra good lockout to prevent people taking back control.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Thanks for the heal. Okay.
That's what I gotta do something right today.
Yeah, you're doing fine. Everything's doing fine. I definitely got shot a couple times, but fine. Yeah.
I noticed you got shot a couple times.
Well,
I am glad that you convinced me to add armor.
Can I? So, we still need to get rid of security on this train, right? Because, like, or do we just need to find the thing? Or are we stealing the whole train?
You need to get a particular. It's like a crate. You need to get the crate, and you need to get it off of the train at the designated drop point that this is going to right now. But basically just off the train, and like have the train drive away. And then it's going to get retrieved, and as long as you've dropped it in an acceptable place and get out of here, you're going to get paid for the stealing of it.
Okay. Do we know where the crate is?
It should be in the lead cab down below, so technically it should be somewhere beneath your feet.
All right. Well, part 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
What? No, I guess I guess let's all just head out to that cabin. Maybe I don't know. What do you think, Cheer?
Sounds good. Let's get
All
this
right.
over with.
Yeah.
All right. So do you want Chet to take point?
I kind of wonder if I want Chet staying in the cockpit.
Yeah, he could lock it down. He's got his battle rifle out. He's got his gun up. You can leave him here on Overwatch.
I think so. I am. My biggest thing I'm concerned about is them trying to do something that reverses course or stops us.
Mm-hmm.
We need to keep moving at least until we get to the close enough to the drop point that we don't waste hours of our time.
Yeah. So you wanna run south now?
Yeah, please.
You guys proceed to the next room. There's heavy thrumming of machines. There's some crates. There's a table. It seems to have been basically cleared off. One of these crates is not like the other. It has a logo on it. It seems to be there seems to be some Scopum script, some Rast scratch, Cheer, Triumph, Neutral. I imagine that you at least would read this, and yeah, it looks like it is a crate of Escadou arms, probably guns, but with like the labels and serial numbers filed off, so you need to recognize the symbol. They have an Escadou space logistics branch that they use to, like, ship legitimate goods, but they both have the same logo. So you recognize it as a gun crate, even though it masquerades as not a gun crate.
You'd be surprised where you pick up this information. Totally legitimate places will have this shit just like hanging around. Not right.
Yeah. So that's just so the ladder down is here. There's a central door to your south, and there is a presumptive gun crate here. There's a little hollow table with some information being projected, some thrumming machinery that seems related to the engine. What is y'all's next stop?
How
far are we from the drop point?
Fair.
How far are we from the drop point in terms of like game time?
You are in there's a drop window. It's like a drop zone. And I would say that you are probably. Let me put it this way.
You can put it in narrative terms if you'd like. That's fine.
The land train has reached its point and began turning earlier because of the hard turn stuff, and is now turning off into this canyon. And this canyon is where you're supposed to drop it. And you have about 7 encounter units in the canyon, and the land train, unaltered, is about every 10 minutes going to proceed once. So actually, I can literally give you an amount of time. You have an hour. There's 60, assuming no change, there's 60 minutes of presence in this window.
Oh, so we actually have time to like plot and defend and figure out when we want to open the door and kick it. It's not like do it now or you're done.
No, but you could do it now, and you might be able to get out sooner. So, yeah, it's like there's some time pressure, but there's also the fact that, you know, there's global communications on this planet, and you have no guarantee that they're just gonna... A crime syndicate is just gonna sit here and let you do this for 50 minutes.
Oh yeah. Let's start pushing this crate over toward a portal and figure out how to get the portal open.
Okay, and remember, like, that crate isn't the one you're going for. That's much smaller than the one you're after. Are you guys gonna go down the ladder? And if so, who's going first?
I'll go first. My
okay.
climb's really good, and I can do it fast
And
come back up if there's problems. In fact, I think in terms of like awareness, I might go down like maybe head first.
so you want to poke your head back down? Down. Give me a scrutiny test.
I'm gonna rack some edge back up. Or not.
Okay, you managed to suss it out. So there's a veer somewhere behind the engine trying to do something on it. Behind the veer, you see the crate containing what you're here for. There is a synth with a bolt gun hand, kind of like cocked back, ready to shoot, aiming in the direction of the ladder. There's a Thren and a Rast taking cover behind here. They seem to have weapons out: a laser pistol for the Thren, a machine pistol for the Rast hacker. And yeah, you quickly surveil this, and I'd say with your twists, you gain the information really fast, and just don't stick around long enough to get shot by anybody. But they definitely noticed you, and you hear movement in this direction.
Yeah, and as I was noticing them, I was like shorthanding them into my communicator. So I wouldn't forget any, but very quietly. And then I'll just jump back up like, okay, we're a little fucked, but what do you want to do?
I'm going to go grab the shock grenade from Chet, and I'm going to go toss it down there and hope it hurts someone.
Alright, yeah, you retrieve the shock grenade, and you want to plop it straight down the hole, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that I'm going to make you roll a ballistics test for that. If you pull a pin, you drop an item down a hole. You see it plink off the face of an orderly synth looking up at you, and you pull back just in time for a rivet gun bolt to not Phineas Gage you as it flies into the ceiling with a ka-tink. And yeah, roll me 66.
Nothing.
All right. Yeah, so you hear a dancing of electricity down below. And it sounds like some people are getting zapped. There also some machinery, maybe two. And, yeah, it's possible you've even suppressed some people. Who knows?
Is it time for initiative again?
Yeah, after the shock grenade goes off, I think if neither of you mind terribly much, I will keep your old initiatives and just put new people onto it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, and the danger subsides, or rather, the danger rises with a new track. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. I know exactly the song that I want, but I couldn't find it. Oh well. Yeah, danger emerges below as you hear scuttling, and yeah, enemies are definitely on the move.
The worst possible thing we could do is all group underneath that hole.
But that's exactly what the enemy are expecting them not to do. And yes, excellent. You still have the button. Work. No, it no longer works. I'll throw you in initiative 1, buddy. So, top of the morning, top of the round, we have the Rast hacker. They do something you are not privy to.
That makes sense since there's an entire floor between us. And none of us are psychic. Yet.
Amanda, it's your turn. You know there's an orderly sent straight down that is hostile, and otherwise, yeah, it's your go.
What if so if like how's like the stabilization on this thing? Like if I like hard stopped the train without any warning,
it would keep rolling, and like it would take a while for it to come to a stop.
But would it cause a substantial shock in like the? Basically, I would like to use movement, like use the movement of the train to fuck with the people below me.
You could do that. You risk damaging the connection between the cars if you want to do it good enough that you're going to really have a chance of knocking them around.
I mean, everything we need is in this car, so.
But you're also going to shift stuff in this car.
That's fair.
You can go for it if you want, and it's not going to be a test. This is going to be your automatic success from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You could just like actually wait a minute. You don't have your slate because your slate's plugged into the other room. Do you want to go into the other room and make that happen?
Yeah.
Well, Chet's in there.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I've got.
All right,
Yeah.
so I would let you move 4 meters and then do this as your main action, I'd say. And I'm assuming you tell your friends to brace.
I'm going to give an order. Yeah, I'm going to give an order to Chet to go clear out the downstairs.
All right.
And I'll handle command. And also like brace, but I'd rather he kill things than survive. So,
so everybody up top is bracing for this. You don't suffer it as actually. Roll me 8d6, Amanda.
There we go.
Yeah, so the brake block drops, and there is a sudden hard shift as you guys hear people getting knocked all around down below. And I'm just going to do a quick series of saves for them.
We're a bunch of bastards. But so are they.
Everybody's on the train's having pretty big issues. And yeah, bonk. Bonk. And yeah, people all over the vessel seem to have been affected, and there is sort of like a straining noise made from some of the metal jointures all across it. Turbulence damage has been dealt. People on the edge might have been at risk of falling off. Yeah. Amanda, that's your turn.
Yep.
This person no one to worry about. Chet is gonna poke down this hole, see an enemy, and just try and aim and shoot his battle rifle straight down. It, he's gonna go ahead and reach that. As Cheer, you see like the muzzle flare go off as the BR-91 just like rips into a head. And you see like milky white substance splash upwards. And there is like a mechanical and electrical coming from something below.
Good job, Chet.
As it calls back, I'm happy to serve you. A case of unauthorized violence. And Chet's like, well, shit. And steps back a little.
Yeah.
Cheer, it's your turn. The synth, despite getting shot a lot in the head, doesn't seem to be slowing down. What do you want to do?
I'll pop up and take my turn then.
Alright, you wanna shoot straight down into the hole?
Yeah. That's a
All right.
false bravado going on.
Give me that attack.
This is a terrible idea. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Nice controlled 3-round burst, and you put a bullet straight through their dome. A golden, like, disc eye sort of, like, flickers, blinks, and pops out a little bit on a dangling cord.
Mm-hmm.
And their body turns and shifts as you have one and done blown them out and they crumple to the ground.
I'm gonna sit back a little bit.
Yep. You have 6 meters of movement, so you can be wherever you want in the cab, but you've cleaned their clock.
I'm gonna stand just slightly behind Chet,
Sure.
and I'm gonna like give him an elbow bump, like good job.
And he's like, hell yeah. Alright, no longer a factor.
Cheer Triumph is very much smelling a little bit of Triumph, but also the neutral bit because they're settling into a little bit of action fugue.
Mm-hmm.
They probably will not remember the mission from this point on.
Yeah.
But then again, they don't remember how they got into this mission. Like, you know, first thing they remember is meeting Amanda and Amanda being like, yeah, you got a contract with us. That's why you're here.
So Amanda, you see to the south, looks like there's people coming across that gangway, and your sudden stop like shifted and like bounced people, but after that they started moving. And yeah, at this juncture, I think they're gonna decide at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Veer pirate just pops up the hole. She's got a revolver. She's going to aim, shoot at Chet, and absolutely whiff as she just unloads like 3 bullets into the wall over his head. Amanda Paths, it is your turn.
Okay. And still, like, no chance I could sever the connections or anything and, like, lose all these people who are,
So, there are ways to do that. Normally, they would involve tools and time physically at the site. There is an emergency release where there are... Each side of the tube has explosive bolts that can be detonated. They are for extreme emergencies only. Normally to sever fuel lines that have gone burn back or similar bad scenarios. You could force it to do that. You've already used up your automatic success. You are in the system, but that's going to be a dedicated systems test. But you can try and do that.
yeah.
All
At
right.
this point, I think I've kind of become techie for the group.
All right, run that systems.
Success with a twist.
Yeah, you got 2 twists.
Yeah.
Okay, so the explosive bolt goes off. Roll me 66 if you'd be so kind, because there are some people a little too close to those explosive bolts. Yeah, so an orderly's this guy is honestly probably going to, yeah, take a tumble into the dirt and get, you know. Ah! Wait a minute. Why am I doing the sound myself when I know I've got it on hand? All right. Yeah. And probably not prone by that. Probably get slightly scuffed by it. That's Amanda's main action. And Amanda, you see there is now a hole there, and yeah, you are probably gonna want to not you know, traverse back any further, as the carts behind you, you know, with the brake order still activated, are slowing down. And kind of dissipate into the distance. I would remind you, actually no, none of the hover cycles were left back there. Never mind, I'm tripping.
Yeah, that I was keeping those in track the whole time, because on the off chance I just fucked up and blew the crate back there, we'll be able to fly back to it, but we can handle the immediate problem.
Yep. So that's Amanda's main action. Anything else?
Order on Cheer, do you want to shoot good, or do you want Chet to shoot good?
I want Chet to shoot.
All right, I agree. I just wanted to ask. Chet, shoot good.
Holy shit. Chet is automatic super twist, so you'll get one automatic success the next time you're ordering someone to shoot. And you give a modifier of 6, which on top of a modifier of 2 from Amy's modifier of 8, it says, yep. And, so that's, like, okay, so he runs the gun dry, right? As he just absolutely, lets rip. Excuse me, it's more like a... And, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, most enemies would be down, however, Veer, they tend to take a bit of punishment. They're not wearing any relevant armor. But they are, I shit you not, up at 1 gaming. Chet falls back behind Cheer and says, "You're up, buddy."
Okay.
Cheer, what do you do?
Well, I had different plans, but they will reflexively just shoot. That Veer is scary.
Yeah, give me your shot.
Yeah. Reach.
Yeah, so you shoot high.
Can I reach?
Yeah, you can gain 1 edge and you can pop it.
Great. Okay.
So you're like, ah! You have boom, 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 pumping bullets all around the cabin. Amanda,
That was so impressive on Chet's part.
Amanda, you duck a little as like bullets like blow through into the cabin, as Cheer is missing all of the shots. In terms of people in back, this orderly synth side action stands themselves back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a synth has just walked in, gold glittering discs on their eyes, saying, "Hello, I'm here to help you." And they've got like a multi in one hand and the cockback bulk shooter wrist on the other. And the vagabond with the pulse rifle comes in the room. Actually comes into this door, right? And let me just check something really fast. No, they don't have line of sight on Amanda. They step in around the door and they shoot the pulse rifle at Chet. Yeah, there is a rapid electrical, like a misting that pops out the side as the muzzle flares and the pulse rifle fires. And I quickly insert pulse rifle stats. And yeah, they land, their single hit. No armor Chet would have right now is going to stop that. 4 damage. Chet's a machine. That's not even half his stamina. The Veer Pirate comes into this corridor with you, Cheer. Obviously enraged. Revolver in one hand, sword in the other.
Oh
and
my.
They bring it crashing down towards you.
Okay. I want to skitter up to the ceiling. I don't have time to do that.
Yep. So, do you want to? So, the sword swings at you. Do you want to block with your weapon in hand, possibly breaking it, or do you want to dodge with a maneuver?
I would like to dodge, and in that dodging,
You
be going toward the ceiling if I can.
Maybe you could. You have to move 1 meter with a dodge roll. I'm not sure if you can roll up a wall under your current circumstance, but we'll see. Roll me your. Well, let's see how well you dodge.
Okay. If I had to choose a direction.
If you had to choose, it's up to the delegates.
Sometimes I get a little unfortunate. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You roll up the ceiling as the sword hacks into the wall below you, and you just you're up there.
Okay.
You're up above.
Excellent.
And
It's my one good quality in this case.
she hasn't used her side action yet.
And I hiss a little bit. It's this gross little insect noise.
I feel like this being the situation, I feel like the Veer is going to, quite frankly, retreat back down the stairs, the ladder.
Okay. Pouting because they missed. That's just.
It's hard to see the pout on a Weevil
Yeah.
creature, but you can tell. You've had a few Veer pirates swing swords at you. I think you're one of the only players who's had that happen multiple times. Amanda, it is your turn. There's pulse rifle fire, so somebody has brought some pretty heavy armament, and there's lots of blood and bullet holes now between these cabins. To the
Where
point
are
where,
we on the map? On the plan map.
On the big map.
Yeah.
It has been at most a vehicular engagement turn to the 10-minute scale, but you have inched once. You are still in the window.
I'm turning us hard left into that rock. Brace for impact.
Okay, so you want to crash the land train nearby.
I mean, it's where we're supposed to be. They didn't say that the land train had survived.
Well, no, they didn't. The original plan was throw it out the back and leave the land train going straight, but you assume they're only interested in the goods that you're stealing.
Yeah.
All right. So you have to override all of the safety protocols. Give me a systems test.
All right.
You overwrite all of the security protocols. Make me an operation test with a modifier of 2 from how well you have hacked the security protocols.
Gonna reach that.
Oh no, you fail at crashing the vehicle.
Oh.
You succeed.
2 successes and a twist. A twist and a shock. Yeah, sorry, I'm still learning terms.
It's all good. So here's what the shock does. You are nudging your phone and it's falling and the cord is about to snap. Do you want to focus on catching your slate, or focus on making this happen as fast as possible?
I think I'm focused on making this happen as fast as possible. Once we're crashed, I can get a new slate.
You fully accelerate, the slate clatters to the ground. It doesn't break, but it does skid under some platform you don't see where in the cabin.
Mhm.
And you have in under a minute, the front of the land train cab, now accelerating without having the 2 behind it, is about to slam into this rock wall.
Good. And order to Chet to shoot good.
All right, give me that communicate.
Well, I get a success, so 1 success already.
Oh, you already did. My bad.
But I don't know if I get.
You have an automatic success from because you did so well last time. Yes.
Do I just roll with one less die?
No.
'Cause I-
So the automatic success doesn't count against the dice you roll.
Okay.
You also get a super twist for a +1 modifier to the next one. Your level 1 shock for this is honestly like you nudge one of the consoles and it bleeps at you strangely, and you gain 1 edge. As you're like, what the fuck?
All right, Amanda is getting real edgy.
Yeah. On Chet's turn, he's going to aim and shoot at the other human,
Oh wow, you are.
which you're giving a modifier of 5. And he's aiming, so he's rolling. Actually, wait a minute. Here's the thing. Chet emptied his gun. Chet would have to main action reload. He doesn't have side action reload. He is going to fall back and say, Cheer, drop me your gun. Cheer, do you want a side action drop your gun? Spend
Yes.
the side action reaction and drop your gun to him?
Yep.
He catches. He's like, thanks. Keeps his one like on his sling. He takes yours, and then he does what I was describing him doing earlier, except he now his action economy's worked out. And yeah, 5, 6, 7.
Cheer is surprisingly unpossessive of all of the items they've needed for this not quest, job. Which is why they've just been sort of like, oh yeah, I broke my bike, oops. Oh, I dropped my gun, oops.
Oops.
I gave up my gun, oops.
Yeah, the Vagabond is almost down, but it's not quite enough. Chet gets back further into cover and advises, hey, get down. Because the dude with the fully automatic weapon that blows through armor is presently, trying to murder you. Cheer, it is your turn.
Great. I no longer have a weapon. I'm gonna try to crawl out a window and get to that hatch that's next to the crate we want.
Okay, so these are relatively... Wait, out a window?
Is there a window?
There are windows. They're kind of small, and you'd have to kick them out.
Okay.
You want to give me a melee or a mechanics to get a window open?
Yeah, I want to do this unless Amanda has communicated to me that she's not doing well. Help.
I'm fine. I'm about to grab my pistol and come help you.
Okay, great. I'm gonna kick out a window because I'm gonna go try to open that door.
Give me a
We're
maneuver.
also about to slam into something, so
Yeah, give me a
Yeah, I'm gonna
maneuver-
crawl out a window that's not on the side we're about to slam through.
Give me a maneuver or a mechanics to jimmy the window. I'll call that a main action. You have no side action because you dropped the gun at Chet's request.
Yep.
Off turn, and
I would like to do maneuver because it's way better for me. Substantially better.
maneuver will be moving through, but its mechanics are merely to like force open a window.
Okay, so do you want me to do maneuver at all?
You will be if you get the window open.
Okay.
Like this window is like you are pulling a cat burglar move to move through a window of the size, right?
Okay, so I'm doing maneuver.
If you open the window, then you'll do the maneuver.
Okay.
It is mechanics or melee to get it open at all. You
Okay.
pop it open, you manage to get the thing. The really annoying thing is always like to dig into people's thumbs. You slide it, you flap it, open, give me the maneuver test.
Okay. I'm so glad I gave myself some physical quality. Should I reach that?
You can't. It showed a shock result.
Okay.
In the process, you drop one of your pills of drop as
Okay.
you seems to get like jostled from your medic belt.
Mm-hmm.
Pop
This
out.
will lose from the last time.
You spend 1 meter of movement. You have 5 meters of movement remaining. Where do you want to go? And you see there is like a huge cliff face coming up in the ear distance that you're about to ram into.
Okay, what did you say right before that sentence?
What did I say right before that sentence? You have 5 meters of movement left on your turn.
Okay, and there's a wall coming up to me.
To the north. So like up on this map,
Mhm.
like this cabin is about to get rammed into the fucking rock wall.
Okay, I want to be on the side that the rock wall is not going to hit.
You want to move south.
Yeah, I'm gonna crawl over the top if I can.
Yeah. So you can. So you want to get up on the roof and move south.
Yep.
Okay.
To wherever I saw that crate, the wall. That's where I want to be.
I'm sorry. What crate? Oh, the
The
black-
crate we actually care about.
that's below
that's
us.
down.
Right, but like Eventually, once we hit this wall,
You want to be on the side of. I see.
Yeah. I want to be on that side because I do want to open the door from
so
that
you're
side.
so you're trying to go to the left side. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
With
I
no
see.
weapon, this has become my job. Is getting things ready.
All right. So yeah. Chet is about to have a time with some vagabonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, bullets start to fly, perforating either side of the cabin. Amanda. Not that great at hitting things. 1, 2, 3. The orderly synth. They're just gonna come up and, give a very casual love tap out of the barrel of their arm. And a bolt flies and misses. And it is a Veer Pirate's turn. And the Veer Pirate is going to try and do what they were doing earlier. Amanda, you hear as like the engines, like the brakes. You stop the brakes from being dropped, but it almost sounds like the engine is trying to go in reverse, and it's not fully working yet. But someone it seems like the digital controls are being overridden physically, manually down below, in the engine. This has probably added 10 seconds to your collision time. It's not going to right now prevent the collision, but it will mean you don't collide as hard. Amanda, it's your turn.
How can I get the thing to slam in even harder? Do I?
All of your
I would
digital
go find my
things,
slate.
all of your digital stuff is saying that you're gonna be ramming, and the speedometer is showing you lose speed, and your rotations per minute are going down. And
I'm going to clamber for my tablet.
roll me a scrutiny
slate.
to try and find that shit real quick. Yeah, you manage to grab your slate. In the process, you bang your head on the way up. You're like, fuck! And you're just like slightly annoyed. -1 to your next test.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
And if I still can, I would like to now try to overpower the engine, whatever thing I'm working against right now with the systems check.
Yeah, give me a systems check. It's at a modifier of -1 because you banged your head and you're annoyed.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh shit, I played past the break. At 10:40, we'll take the 10-minute break if you guys don't mind.
That's fine. I always forget about that anyway. Another level 1 shock, but 3 successes.
Okay, yeah, so the Veer Pirate is going to contest that with mechanics down there. Yeah, you succeed. You defeat them. In the process, you, honestly, I feel like you have probably dropped, pretty much killing it. Thank you for the Prime sub. Yeah, you drop, literally, even more of your bullets. You realize that there's, a rip in your bandolier. Your other, revolver reload is on the ground.
Okay. I'll make that my next turn problem. Do I have a side action left, or was that my turn?
I'm gonna say it was side action to search and grab.
Okay.
And it was a main action to do that. You still have 6 meters of movement. As Amanda's just hacker manning the way that as she gets control.
She's gonna get on the wall and get ready to breach next turn and fight. Actually, no, because she wants to be near her reload stuff because she's about to be out of ammo. So she's gonna stick with the ammo and hide.
But remember, you only run out of ammo if you apply that many twists.
Yeah, shocks, you mean? Or
twist.
Twist.
It's a voluntary thing, but yeah, okay, so you're falling back. Thank you, pretty much killing it for the Water of the Lee.
Um,
But yeah, so basically you want to be near the bullets or not, up to you.
I'm gonna stay on the wall then if I don't need the bullet.
Yeah.
If I'm not going to suddenly need the bullets.
It won't automatically happen. It would have to be your choice,
Okay.
barring a weird shock. Yeah. Okay. So that's your turn. Chet. It's Chet's turn. Chet has a loaded gun and an unloaded gun just like around his neck, and he is going to aim and shoot at the synth that's forcing its way around at him. He flinches and winds up putting a bullet hole not just into the robot staring him down, but also the machinery nearby with a pss and a whiz, and there's a bit of a misting entering the room. Yeah, the orderly synth is tagged, still up and going, and Chet yet again falls back. It is Sheer Triumph Neutral's turn. You're on the roof. There is like a heavy wind outside. It's a pretty harsh atmosphere out here. People mostly live in dome cities on this planet. And there's holes starting to be shot all over this building.
Mm-hmm.
This cab, right? As rounds fly out in every direction.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, what's the play? Where are you headed?
I'm headed for that hatch door. I'm gonna plant my pack of explodey
Wait, so
on the door.
So you want to try and go to this hatch?
Yeah.
You know that hatch leads into the room the firefight's happening in.
No, the hatch, the lower level hatch with that the crate we care about is in front of.
The way you get down there is the ladder in the corner that you guys were shooting down earlier.
No, I'm on the outside.
Yes. So you want to... There's no hatch. There's no hatch from this area that takes you into that room. Do you want to make a hole into that area using your composition G?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna plant it and then back off. If it
Okay.
takes more than one turn to get there and do that, then I will take the time.
You think
I'm
you're
not
roughly
dying.
near the exit of the crate at the end of your turn's movement, and yeah, you want to. It'd be a main action if you want to plant this comp G.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you deploy this plastic explosive, and you shape the charge. Do you want to shape the charge downwards such that it only like does a certain job?
Breaking the wall, you mean?
If you want to make sure it just blows down and takes out a hole in the floor,
Yeah.
you'll have to make me a mechanics test to shape it. If you
Okay.
don't want to do that, you can just drop it and back off far enough and let it explode.
Oh, I can't stick it to the wall?
You can stick it to the floor. You can stick it to the wall if you want.
Yeah, because I'm on the outside of the train.
Okay, so you want to go down another level and then blow into the side of that room.
Yes. So that will take more time, right?
That will take even... Yeah, so you're going to have to sprint to reach that point. Sorry, I don't know why
Yep.
I'm taking so long.
Yep, so I won't have time to plant it, but I will plant it next turn.
You sprint down, your little bug legs take you. You're down in the shitstorm of like the dust being kicked up by the huge wheels of the land train, and you have the comp G in hand to slam onto the side.
Mhm.
That is your go.
And I will mutter something about what my plans are into the comms so that Amanda can know that I haven't just run off.
There's more shooting, screaming, violence, electronic sounds, shooting, warning signs about crash imminent, crash imminent, crash imminent. And as all of that builds, 1, 2, 3, this orderly synth takes their hand cutter, would they turn their left hand into a blowtorch, a plasma torch, and swing it at your boy Chet, who unfortunately takes a further 4 damage. Actually, he's gonna try and dodge. He rolls out of the way as it arcs down, slagging through machinery, lights going crazy, and smoke and fire cascading. This room is probably going to be in a pretty bad way even before the crash. And he tries to like desperately roll out of the way with a quick thud to the ground. He manages to do so. He is not taking the full damage. He's still getting hurt. And that is their go. It is The
I feel like
vagabond.
if we were gonna name our gang after a bird, I don't think I don't think it was gonna be the vultures like we discussed. I think this is more seagulls.
Amazing. So the vagabond full auto fires, trying to splash both Chet and Amanda. And they will aim before they do so. Okay. Their preference is, however, Chet, and they only have one success to dish out, so it's only going at Chet. Chet is out of cover because he's had to dance around this shit. And Amanda, you see some blood fly out as that definitely strikes Chet.
Okay.
At this point, I feel like the Veer Pirate is probably going to sprint here. Amanda, the crash is fairly imminent. You might have a turn or two left. You see that this compartment is probably going to get crumpled when you ram into the rock. What are you doing?
I'm stepping out, and I'm focusing on putting a round into the vagabond's head.
All right, he's behind some crates. He's got some cover. Give me that attack. Unless you'd like to hard outflank him by being here, in which case you could shoot past his cover.
I think I would like to hard outflank. I only got one success.
Sure, and did you include the modifier of 1 from the revolver?
I did not.
Just throw another d6 out there. Okay,
Doesn't.
so you have an AP2. He's got an impact vest. He's only rolling 2 dice. You're presently dealing 3 damage because the revolver you cock back and bust some serious damage. And there is a single scarlet ribbon painted across the table as a revolver shot blows out this man's torso. He looks down at himself. He looks up at you. He gargles and falls over dead on the spot.
Chet, buddy, don't go dying on me. Shoot that fucker behind you.
Not planning on it. So this is just a kindly service robot with one hand bolt gun, one hand plasma torch, trying to rip and tear into Chet's body. Chet's rolling around, 2 guns on him, trying to shoot it down.
Lee, was this where you wanted to take a break?
This is, oh my god, it's 10:46. I've already powered through a second. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's up with me tonight.
This is a very exciting scenario.
We're gonna be back at 10:55. Thank you all for coming out as we go to the 10-minute break.
And as we go to the 10-minute break, just Chet has a +4 on his next ballistics check.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Just had to water my cat.
My boys have been without a fountain for a couple years, and apparently they've forgotten that they like them. So
Aw.
I got one earlier this week, and they're not drinking out of it.
Do we need to get her a fountain just because she drinks just enough where like I can't keep up with it throughout the day?
Mm-hmm.
And those standing bowls get so gross. So
Yeah, I have to change mine daily, and they drink between them about a glass of water, but they
Yeah.
only drink until like a half an inch into the bowl, even though it's a really tall bowl.
yeah, how many do you have?
2.
I've got one, a stray who followed me home for a burrito.
Oh. I have 2 because I had 2 before, and they were brothers. It was a bonded pair, and
Yeah.
one of the brothers died of a heart attack pretty early. But if it at an appropriate age, if a cat is going to die of a heart attack, so like 6.
Yeah.
And his brother survived. He's 12 now. I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
But we really needed another cat because we were a 2-cat household, and Lloyd was desperately unhappy about not having anybody to talk to with his face. So we got Frank.
Frank. We had a cat named Frank. Such a good cat name.
Yeah.
Astrid would be very happy if she was the only cat. My landlords have a few. So
Mhm.
I'm renting the top floor of a house right now. And Astrid has that like alley cat in her
Mhm.
that like wants to scrap with anyone she sees who might be a threat to her.
Frank
Mostly
prefers
boy cats.
Frank prefers cats to people. He's
Yeah.
definitely a cat's cat. When I brought him home as a kitten, like Lloyd had been without his brother for about 2 months, so he was kind of curious, but he was not having it
Mhm.
because that was not his brother. But it did
Yeah.
help him. It did help his depression a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. I poor thing. I'm glad that.
Yeah, they get along pretty good now, though. It's been 6 years. They ought to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I got them the tall fountain with the flower on top, and the fountain they had before was like the waterfall one.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna keep it running until they use it. Honestly, like I don't care. It doesn't add that much to the electricity, and we have hard water, and Frank has UTIs. Like I have to keep feeding him UTI food.
Oh no, yeah, poor thing.
I'm guessing
yeah,
the unfiltered water might have something to do with it.
yeah, Larb. I have thought about letting just Astrid just drink from the tap. I don't think she can be trusted though. She makes horrendous messes when given the
No.
chance. I wake up and I woke up and I like. She has her claws. I have scratching posts for her. She scratched up part of the wall. And I'm a little bit like not like deep, just like enough to like I'm gonna have to like paint a little bit before I move. And like
Yeah, I had plastic, like the cutting boards. I had the hanging tape, holding up like a bunch of the dollar store cutting boards in the wall around the litter box, and I have to, but eventually they fell down. Like
yeah.
4 of the 8 did, so some of the wallpaper's peeled off.
Yeah, admittedly, this is like my first pet as an adult. Like pet I didn't get like as like a kid or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm learning so much about like the horrendous things cats will do.
Part of my problem not being able to sleep well in the morning, I was discussing this with Lee before you showed up.
Mm.
I have morning insomnia.
Oh no, Larb.
Is it?
And yeah.
Oh no. Is that every time they notice I'm awake, which they're very good at, they're determined that I wake up fully and feed them.
It's cat chat right now.
Mhm.
We're talking cats.
They included some TTRPG books. Old cat used to scratch up the books. Oh no.
Mhm.
I had a parrot who would chew on board games.
Oh,
Oh, no.
kid. Oh yeah.
Yes, my copy of Sorrow is forever changed.
Oof. Amanda. Amanda. All right, everyone. We're 1 minute away from the return. 1 minute away.
Okay, I'm gonna shove this Kit Kat down then.
What will our heroes do?
Yeah. I was thinking
I
about
think you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna completely destroy this train.
Yeah, sorry about not consulting. I just was like, this is what Amanda would do.
Mhm.
Amanda doesn't think she can die. So
To your triumph. goes
water
into
the league.
sweepstakes, wakes up with stuff in their
Yeah.
calendar, and has no idea why they're there, but they just fulfill the missions anyway.
Love that.
Yep. They have a very weird history where they became a medic. Their medic skills scaled up really fast, and they don't know why. And then, they wind up, they just kind of forget what happened, and then they go do the thing that's in the
I am
calendar.
a scion of darkness no longer.
Oh, got some light going.
Yeah, I've been thinking about finding
I will
my
say
ring
this,
light,
yeah.
which I own, and getting like a ring light right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
I've
I've
totally
got like
one.
some lighting, but I've got nothing on my face right now, and my makeup often doesn't show.
I feel
So,
that. I got a
this-
ring light. That
This
I
is
like
me
on
without
my-
it, which is okay, but it's glary.
Yeah, it's kind of where I am too, where it's like
So
I've got the background too.
I'm just balancing out the glare from the lamps.
Yeah.
So, Amanda Paths, you're in the corner. You've come around. You got the shot around the crate. You sunk that revolver around. Motherfucker's dead. There is a robot on a lethal mission towards your buddy Chet here. You just given the order to, and I think, that's 4 meters to get you there. You've got 2 left if you want to leave position.
I would definitely want to. See, the thing is with the pun is sometimes I don't realize figure out what word you're trying to. Reposition. I
Yes.
thought you were saying like leave position, and I was like, why would I leave position? I would like to reposition. Yes.
Yeah. All right. You got 2 squares you can step.
Oh, I'm on. We're on the diesel shot. Will return in 10 minutes. Saying on the screen.
Shit. Yes. Thank you for telling me that.
Because I sometimes I watch the stream instead of Roll20.
Big brain. Jay, do you want to step towards the hollow table, or
Yeah,
do
I
you
think
want
hollow table. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's more nuttin'. It's Chet's turn. Chet's getting a +4. Chet has used his side action from his last turn. He's gonna run up and second verse same as the first. Do your same trick. Come into the corner so that his foe doesn't have cover. He can't aim, but he does have your order bonus. And yeah, he sinks the hit. Like you see like some servos get a little fucked up on the orderly synth, and it's definitely in the like almost dead stage, but being a synth, it's just gonna keep going until you arrange a proper blowout.
So a proper blowout, does that mean you just keep shooting it until something actually like critical fails on it, or?
Yeah, so basically you're gonna damage towards it is gonna keep generating critical hits, but only one of the critical hits they can suffer, the 6 result, actually stops them. The reason the other one got put down immediately was my first roll was a 6.
Yes, I saw that. I was wondering. I understand now. Thank you.
Yeah, so the server short circuit, and there are -3 to all tests for the next 3 turns.
Well, that's more than nothing.
Yeah, cheer, triumph, neutral. It is your turn.
Right, so I'm in position.
Mhm.
I've got the thing
You
in
got-
my hand. I'm
you
gonna
got-
slap it right on the part of the wall I want,
Mm-hmm.
set it, and then try to get as far down the train as I can.
How far can you? Yeah. Give me a maneuver to clamber, but yeah, you plant the bomb.
And I'll be like swearing into comms, like, "Oh fuck, the wall's coming! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!"
All right.
So this is a maneuver.
Yep. Just to
Awesome.
see if, because you're gonna get like 4 meters from your climb, and I'm gonna see if you can get like around this corner by us clambering real good.
Yeah, I am trying to play to my strengths.
You clamber real good with those twists. I'm gonna say you could even get up a Z level if you want, or you could just get like even further.
Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna go further, and I think next turn I want to jump off the train.
All right. So the synth circuit's sparking. Head not quite looking straight says, "I just want to give you a prime fondue filling," and it lunges forward with a jerking plasma torch arm and tries to sear open Chet's chest. And they are making this attack at a -3 modifier because they're still fucked up. Ooh, Chet, at this juncture, is going to try and block with the gun because he does not want to die. Yeah, he knocks it out of the way. Your battle rifle is seared straight in half by the plasma torch,
I'll
but
take it off my inventory.
he manages to prevent himself from getting absolutely gutted here.
Yeah.
And you hear a run and hop. It looks like the Veer pirate from earlier took your idea to heart, and they've hopped out of the cracked back of this craft. And you see them like disappearing into the distance.
Good thing I still have a knife.
Amanda Paths, it is your turn. A very indomitable machine is trying to press in on your companion who just had one of their guns seared through by a plasma torch. What do you want to do?
I don't want Chet to die. I've grown attached to Chet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to pump my remaining bullets into that fucker.
Alright. Alright. You want to aim?
Yes, please.
Modifier of 2, that'll be your side action to aim, main action to shoot. Did you care to
It's
reach
one
that?
hit.
Oh, I mean, actually, hold on, wait a minute, don't bother, because you're proccing the same thing, I think. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you shoot their left arm and it drops to the ground, and the plasma torch inside of it, like, the fuel is also housed in the arm, it turns into, like, a raging little plasma inferno on the edge of the stairs down, and it no longer has its melee attack option.
Alright. I'll take it.
Yeah, and Chet, for his part, Chet just tries to, like, stove its fucking head in. It actually whips out a shock baton and swings. Hitting. Actually, wait a minute. That's subdual. Wait a minute. The orderly synth goes zzz, and yeah, hold on. They don't get stunned. They do stay standing. Oof. And yeah, their brain is fried. They have 0 skill points for every skill. Like their head is like opened and sparking. Their left arm is gone. Cheer triumph neutral. Do you want to pull the trigger?
Yep.
Blow it. All right, Amanda, your feet rock as a Comp G explosion just rips into the train below.
I like to think that they didn't actually mention to you that they had this, so it's kind of a surprise.
Yeah, there's an explosion, like maybe a breaching charge of some sort, goes off beneath your feet.
Yeah, I think Amanda just assumes that the train crashed. Really? Is that all?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Here's the thing. It's coming. Oh
Do you
Lord,
say
it's
that?
coming.
Because Cheer Triumph will correct you.
Oh.
No, brace. And you get like a buzz of excitement from the translator. Like, it says excitement after they speak.
The orderly sim attempts to headbutt Chet. Chet attempts to dodge. Chet dodges. Chet drops the other gun down the hole. Gets in a bad situation. And just then, there is a sudden seismic Rama Slamma Jamma Mana. All of you, give me either a maneuver or an endurance test.
That'll be maneuver. Thanks. It's not that big a difference, but it's a difference.
1 success, 2 shots.
I'm gonna read.
Okay, Amanda, you're back on the bridge of a ship, and you just imagine the bridge decompressing as rock pumps through this wall, and you are horrified of what it could mean. But you don't start choking, but you do freak out, and you do scream at everyone to put their suits on. They're not wearing spacesuits. They're gonna die. They're gonna die. The whole party, Amanda included, gains 1 edge. I did it for Chet, and let me give Chet his little attempt to stay stable here. Oh, and this is gonna be a 4/6 impact. So, all right. So cheer.
Mm-hmm.
You.
I only have 1 success.
So you suffer 3 damage, and Amanda, you're also gonna suffer 3 damage.
Is that to my stamina or health?
It goes into your stamina until you're out of stamina, and then it goes straight to your health.
Okay, so I'm 0 for stamina right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I have to. Then now I have to worry about health. Okay. Does a lack of stamina affect any of my other?
Nope.
Okay.
It just means that you're out of it. And the orderly sim gets thrown, washed to the far side, and wow, yeah. If they rolled a 5 or a 4, this also would have happened. But it's perfect. It lands on the 6. It just like crumpled into bits. White goo, destroyed internals, just like absolutely spilling out. Synth guts all rearranged, glistening broken processors in the corner. Chet, for his part, appears to have been knocked unconscious, head slammed into this bit of machinery, which has begun to, like, perhaps heat up a little. And well, for the moment, the fight is over, and Amanda, you hear a second whiz bang as you remember that one of the hover bikes was keeping pace front right.
Oh no.
Yeah. And Cheer, you were gonna jump off, right?
Has the train already stopped though?
The train has already crashed, yes.
Okay. Actually, no. I'm going to pop some adrenaline.
All right. Because you're still standing, that'll be an overheal. So put yourself at 5 stamina as you.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and try to find my team.
All right. Yeah.
Amanda has rushed over to Chet and is trying to ascertain whether he's dead or alive.
So he's got a heartbeat. It looks like he's got a bruise swelling on his head which slammed into the machine. He's got some cuts and burns and bullet wounds, but Chet's pretty tough. Probably not going to die from any of that, but you need to wake him up if you want him to do anything right now.
No. He's done enough. He's probably got a real bad concussion. Fuck.
I'm coming.
All right. Yeah, medic.
Yep.
All right, so you overheal. You hear the call for medic, and you want to scramble up into the cabin.
Yep.
You come up over the back, and in here you see Chet is in a bad way. Do you want to give me a test to? Do you want to wake him up? Do you want to give him a drug? Like, what's your play here? You can immediately resuscitate him if you just jam him with an adrenaline.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, you jam into him.
He's not conscious to tell me no.
Because he was down, he doesn't overheal. He just gets set to full stam, 1 HP. Fuck. He looks around. He's like, "We win."
We don't know yet, but there's a hole in front of the crate, so we can push and run if we want.
He's like, "Oh fuck." He manages to pull himself up after a moment.
Amanda, how are you?
I thought I crashed the thing. I didn't know.
Chet starts walking across the room with a purpose.
I didn't. I just. We're on the train right now, right? Yes. We're on the train. Yeah.
Yep. You hear a flopping of dead arms slam into a crate as you see Chet is presently just sliding that pulse rifle up off of the vagabond and onto himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Does she look like she needs treatment? Is this shock?
I think she's just she had a psychosis episode in the middle of in the middle of the fight, and also didn't want to hurt Chet, which she inadvertently did with the crashing of the thing. So she's gonna go grab a revolver and go kill anyone who's still alive here.
You
Do you want
don't.
some treatment before you head out?
Actually, she'll take the treatment.
Okay, do you just want drop or do you want adrenaline? What do you want?
I'll admit this is my third time playing. I don't know which is
Drop does edge and adrenaline does stamina.
She probably could use help for edge.
Okay.
She does have 7 edge.
Okay, I don't have to roll to apply this because
No, you just straight up a pill that she can swallow. Your edge gets dropped to 0, Amanda. Oh. Ooh, the world stops vibrating as much, and everything feels a lot more calm.
Thanks, Doc.
let's complete our mission. How open is that crate of weapons after the train crash?
So all of the crates got kind of like thrown about a bit.
Yes, I want to kind of kick
The
that one
cra-
open a little more and see if I can grab a gun or maybe some ammunition
yeah.
before we head downstairs.
So you peel open the gun crate.
Mhm.
You see that half of it is CIS rounds or Cases Imperial Standard, encased in their little ballistic jelly containers, and the other half is a rack of pulse rifles.
Excellent.
Yeah, so the rack has 6 pulse rifles, and 8 frag grenades.
Oh shit! Really?
And
Okay.
casual reminder, all pulse rifles have integral grenade launchers. Think you're pretty much killing it for more, Water of the Lee. I am staying thirsty.
Okay.
But yeah, so Chet's like, hey, looks like they have frags to load our launchers with.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll take one and he'll slot it in, and then he's like, yeah, we should probably make sure no one lived.
Yep.
And he's gonna try and scope out downstairs. I'm assuming Amanda goes down with him.
Yeah.
Bunch of chili lime peanuts. Oh my god, you're always crafting such confections.
I think Amanda will go first.
All right,
Amanda's real
fine.
concerned about Chet. Chet took worse than her.
Yeah, so you guys come down near the huge rock that's landed in the front of the land train. You clear it, and there's an incapacitated Thren pilot. Chet kind of looks at you like, what are we going to do about this, boss?
Well, did they shoot at you?
And Chet's like, nah.
Well, do I see a gun on her?
She does have a drawn laser pistol.
Amanda shoots her in the head.
All right.
I gave her a chance earlier.
Yeah, Chet is unmoved by this, and he's like, clear. And then moving around, he's like, all right, boss, I found it. There's a convenient hole nearby. Yeah, it looks as if though maybe a plastic explosive has blown this open. While they're down here, Cheer, where are you? What are you up to here in the mouth? This you smell like, by the way, like the absolute scent of acrid burning microplastics as this machinery is lit up. Fumes are getting everywhere.
Tyr takes on a little bit of whatever emotion that smells like, and then tries to get themselves under control.
It smells.
They still smell a bit like it.
Microplastic smells like resentment.
Oh no! They
Ooh,
trudge down the ladder, and they're a little bit touchy.
That's excellent.
But they see the hole, and they're like, I did that. You're welcome. For no reason, they sound resentful.
All right. Crate. We're looking for a fucking crate, right? We gotta get the fuck out of here.
You find the big crate. Chet slams the door open, and you see the box. It seems to have a symbol on it, a series of markings that are fairly nondescript, just for freight. And it's a big blue-topped crate. It's about 2 meters by 2 meters. It's pretty big. Chet starts to drag it out, and Chet's like, should we see what's inside it or just shove it out the side?
Just shove it. It's none of our business. That's what I've learned from the missions I've been on.
Agreed with Cheer. That opening these sorts of things tend to get us disappeared, right?
Yes.
What's in the box? Chet thinks about it, but it's like, eh. And he does a great job plopping it out into the ground. And he's like, all right, well, yeah, I think we're pretty good, howling wind and all that, but time to get out of here. How many of the bikes are left?
I think that is our problem, though. We've got like one left.
Hmm.
Listen, worst case scenario, it was my call to crash the train. Y'all leave me here. I find my own way out of here.
That's like, shouldn't have to come to that. Maybe one
Let's
of the
check
other
the rest
cars.
of the train and see if there's any transport.
So you did note that the thing you were on was a hangar, which might have had vehicles in it. At the very beginning, that bit of the train is still careening
No.
down the valley. Do you want to go get that? And a very important note: who's going to get it?
Do we want to go get it?
The transport out of here? Yes.
Fair.
Yeah,
So-
we'll go chase down a way to get out of here. Though we will carry as many of the grenades that were in that crate as possible.
Grenades, you can scoop them all.
Yeah, we can't carry all the pulse rifles, but we can definitely take all the grenades.
I mean, so how many? We need like how many bikes total do we need to get out of here? Because I know these things
You
can
can,
carry
you
two
can ride
people.
side saddle. You just need one more vehicle that can take at least one person for all of you to get out of here.
Okay, who's got our best operate check of the three of us?
Not me.
I can tell you that Chet has at least a good alacrity. I don't think he has any. He's got 6 alacrity. I don't think he has any operate, but I'm checking that right now.
I have
All
3
right.
alacrity, no operate.
I've got 3 alacrity, no operate.
Yeah. I
So
have 4 maneuver though.
So Chet's the best pilot.
Yeah.
All right, Chet's like, all right, well, who's gonna drive whatever I find? Who's coming with me?
You best do that. I'm gonna.
All right.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'll stay here and check. I don't know. I'll do
Okay.
something.
Okay, so you guys get aboard the hover cycle, and you are trying to run back to the runaway vehicle, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're Triumph neutral. Your compadres hop aboard the hover cycle and whoop away. There is a burning, destroyed shit. There's a box nearby. What do you want to do? While you wait.
I feel I should do something interesting to the story. I guess.
You don't have to. The story isn't over yet, I assure you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check to see if anybody here is still alive. Not to kill them, but just out of curiosity. Like, might as well practice the skills.
Yeah. It'd be
Oh.
awful if someone killed
The
helpless people.
The orderly synth is definitely out for the count, but could theoretically be repaired and revived with enough time. It seemed to have been. It seems like it's a simulated personality, like like the intelligence of a chatbot. The other one's processing housing has been ruined and it's definitely gone forever. Everybody else is dead, and there's no hope of reviving them. Although it's worth noting, the threat downstairs is a laser pistol, and you are presently unarmed, and you see your battle rifle chopped in half right here.
No, I have the pulse rifle,
True, just kidding. You have the pulse rifle now. What the fuck am I talking about?
which is like a really powerful weapon, apparently. So there's a friend downstairs just not doing anything.
Dead from a single bullet shot to the head.
Okay. I feel like to your triumph, feeling triumphant. Here's a notification on their tablet.
Mhm.
Opens it up, and there's some kind of survey with obscure questions, which they answer to the best of their ability, knowing that they probably just made a report. And
Amazing.
and then they kind of just like poke around, like looking at stuff until they come back. Like,
Roll me a
hopefully.
scrutiny.
Mm.
Amanda, on the way over, roll me a scrutiny as well.
Yes.
You know. No, I'm gonna reach. This is bullshit. Only way too many dice to not get successes.
Amazingly, the bike that survived was the one full health bike.
I might reach that. Amanda's a little bit distracted. I think Amanda has a crush on Chet and is liking the vehicle's personal time.
Amazing. Just giving a little hug. Yep. It's like, here we are, boss. And yeah, so all right. Amanda, over the din of like the whipping of the wind, you took a pulse rifle, right?
Did I take any guns?
Actually, I don't think you did.
I think I just have a revolver still. I might have taken the gun. Like I probably would have. I think I got distracted.
You could have. Absolutely. You had time. You were.
I'll take a pulse rifle. Yeah.
So like the strap of it comes off you, and you have to like awkwardly fix it before you shoot it again, or else it might like it's kind of like uncomfortable. But that's about what happens with the level 1 shock you get. You hear a distant sound that's almost like a burning jet engine as you guys head for the rest of the train, which is distinct now from the crash train. And Chet tries to make that operate and does so with ease, and you guys come up along it. Your Triumph, you also hear the sound of a pulsing jet engine, and you look out in the distance and you see it coming over the mesa.
Oh fuck, that's what I see.
What appears to be a vehicle that you're not super familiar with, although if you described it to Amanda, you would pretty immediately recognize it as a Huron HK Assault.
Okay.
And it's like, imagine a helicopter, but you need to build it for atmospheres where propellers aren't going to work, so it mostly uses down jet thrust akin to a VTOL, but it also has massive heat, basically like heat panels, and like just uses like metric tons of like heat exhaust downwards for idling.
Amanda gets a monotone report of this detail, like just sort of like it looks like this and this and this and this.
Yeah, and it does seem to come with a full complement of rotary smart gun and missile launcher and rocket pod.
All right.
It is painted entirely in earth tones, camo to the planet, and has no distinguishing marks.
Cheer Triumph would have made sure to send the party that was going off into the unknown with 6 of the grenades and keeping 2 for themselves.
All right. So Jet says, "Only hope's the garage," and pulls up around the back, Amanda. And the land train, due to your brakes, seems to be like kind of slowed by this point. And let's see. I'll roll that in a second. But ironically, you guys are going to be on the same map because I just bisected the map from earlier. But y'all are like down here, right? And yeah, it seems like Amanda, you see that the garage door has been opened, although you're going to need to be on a lower elevation to quite see in. What do you want to do?
I mean, I want to get into the garage. I'm gonna have Chet bring it down, and
so Chet brings you guys down, and like as you come for the come in, you see a room full of dudes and a synth, and 2 of them are trying to fix an ATV, and one of them is trying to fix a CCU with the help of a synth. And one of them is just kind of in the middle, like, guys, what's the plan here? We're gonna set up like a sled or something? As your hover bike comes in and they all look south. You get the feeling that the situation is about to evolve very rapidly. What's like the first thing you or Chet do?
Honestly, I want to scramble for a vehicle and blast out of there, and I want Chet to disengage.
Okay,
that would be the game plan in ideal situations.
And I would just say this: you see, they have multis out, and they're like working on these vehicles.
So these vehicles are damaged.
They show no physical signs of having been hit. They are presently working on them. That's what you would immediately. You owe me a scrutiny to get more details in the moment, but that's your immediate read on the scenario.
Royal scrutiny.
You mean the scrut?
It's my good. It's not. I'm not trained in it, but it's my highest like base stat. Cognition. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want extra information about the ATV or the CCU?
I think the ATV. The more people we could carry, or like the more cargo we could carry in a car, the better.
Yeah. It looks like its control panel is entirely dead. And it looks like they're in the process of hot wiring the ignition.
Okay.
To bypass electricals. It looks just like the electricals are dead. You knew that your buddy had an EMP grenade. And overall, it looks like what they're trying to do is bypass slagged electricals or reboot systems. It looks like the ISP is coming back online because it has a fairly hardened system. But it's taking a moment.
All right, so the vagabonds, I mean, not the ATV's fucked. The ISP, I would have to get past the synth and
the computer on the ATV is fucked. They're trying to route it straight to the ignition because presumably they think that's gonna work.
Yeah, except they see us.
Yeah, so like you slide in here, right? You coming in, they witness you, you witness them.
Hang on, this is probably impossible, but we get in, I put my rifle on my back. Oh, holy shit, are you all okay? We saw like this wild attack, like we saw these fucking biker gangs swooping down. We're just out here hunting what's a plausible animal?
The platypus, yeah.
The platypus. We're out here hunting platypuses. And
the mechanic says, I believe the plural is platypuses. And the vagabond's like, oh, you fucking idiot, they're obviously the gang. So give me a communicate modifier -2. This is a rather strange circumstance.
We are very clearly severely injured.
Yeah, you very clearly just been in a fucking gunfight.
The only thing that's keeping you going right now is drugs, and they're going to wear off.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that the communal insight of this group is about 5. Yeah.
Woo,
and they're like, oh, well, hunters, no need to call this in official, like, we've already, contacted the Trinity and all that. Why, yeah, thanks for checking in on us, but we're quite alright. And they seem to believe your story, although this guy is still sus. And, yeah, you're hovering right here in the garage entrance.
Okay. So anything I can help with, y'all? I'm a mechanic in my I'm a mechanic in my my normal time. When I'm not hunting plaza pussies.
And they're like, oh well, yeah, we could really use assistance here, but take a look at this here. ATV, the electricals are right fucked.
That's fine. My partner here, gonna have him go check on that other car that got fucked up.
And Chet's like, yep. He looks at you like, what the fuck? And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go do that.
Do your best, dear. I'll meet you back at home.
All right. He's like, yep. He flies off. They like the sus guy is watching you like real hard as you approach. I presume the ATV.
Yes. What can I do? Is that mechanics?
If you want to help them finish the hot wiring, give me a mechanics. If you want to hard reboot, actually, it's a mechanics.
Would it be a communicate? Oh, go ahead.
You could use systems or mechanics to do the reboot.
Systems do the reboot, or communicate to pretend I'm trying to do the reboot while they do all the work.
Sure. Yeah. If you wanna give a.
I think I'm gonna get in the driver's seat. Oh wow, someone did a real fucking numbers to this thing, huh?
All right. Yeah. Give me that attempt. Okay.
No.
Was that supposed to be a systems?
That was supposed to be a systems.
All right, now give me the communicate to lie your ass off.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Again, they have about a communal insight of 5d6, and they're like, "Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, you seem to know what you're doing, though. Thanks for coming out."
Yeah. And is the car? What are the barriers between me and driving the car out the back of this garage?
These two dudes' bodies.
That's not a problem. So floor it.
All right, so you floor the ATV in reverse, giving me an operate with a modifier of 1.
Oh, okay. This is not a good skill. Okay. This is not one of my strong ones. Did that roll? Oh, hell yeah, it did.
Yeah, so, you just, like, absolutely, rip out of here.
Yeah.
You slam into them, you drive by, I'm assuming.
Shouldn't have trusted me!
And as you whip around, the vagabond who's been watching you the whole time, right? Yeah, he didn't at any point trust you. So he's got the gun ready to go. And he tries to give you a little battle rifle aimed shot. Roll me. You have an impact vest, right?
Yeah.
1d6. You were up at 1 health, and actually, wait a minute. Oh shit! I guess you are at 0 stamina, huh?
I chose
you're up at 1
the
gaming.
edge.
You got 1 health left, and you fucking you fucking rip out of there. Chet joins you. The two of you are en route back to your buddy, and you see. Actually, you've had described to you that the Huron is on route. You feel as if though you're perhaps the hunters have become the hunted. Y'all are coming back. You on your ATV, Jet on his hover cycle, and the Huron HK Assault is moving in. You are like, the wind is giving you some cover, but you do send up a dust plume when you move.
When it's in range, if it comes in range of Tier Triumph, they do want to shoot it with a grenade if they can.
You want to pump it with the grenade launcher grenade.
Yeah.
That is a 100, 200 meter attack. I'll put it this. Let me put it this way. If they're within 0 encounter units of you, they'll be within about 100 meters. If they are 1 encounter or more, they're 1 encounter unit away. I'll let you make it long range with the -2 modifier. And any further than that, and it's not going to be doable.
Oh no, I'll wait till the last moment. If they're over the train car that I'm on, then they're
okay.
They
You're posted up. You're posted up. Grenade launcher, grenade in the tube, ready, waiting, lying in wait, lying to cut. Chet opens up a direct channel to Amanda and says, "Amanda, this doesn't look good."
Yeah. Not great. We get the box. We get out of here. We can probably. I don't know. I think we could either take it and or outrun it.
We don't have to take the box. We can just outrun it. We leave the box. Box dropped.
Assuming these aren't the people that you want to retrieve it, that could present a complication, but...
Yeah.
I think we gotta fuck this thing up.
I reckon this is Syndicate, right?
You take one look at it, and you're gonna guess that the only people who have an attack vehicle like that on a Trinity world are either Syndicate or Skuza, and Skuza don't tend to roll in with assault vehicles.
All right. So here's the thing. I think we put Box on ATV. I think we put Mariah on ATV. I think Chet. I think we try to scatter best we can, and we find some place to hide in the canyon. It's a big fucking thing. They've got one assault vehicle. It would take them all day to find us if we hide well. So,
Let's do it.
yeah, that's
I'm
my
ready.
guess. All right. Amanda's going to try to rush up to the box location as quickly as possible.
Okay, make me an operate with a maneuver. Operate modifier 1.
Geo Triumph will stay on top of the train, watching the vehicle approach for as long as necessary.
Yeah.
Reaching that.
Yeah. And Chet, what's Chet's part of this plan that is supposed to hide?
I need Chet probably needs to help me with the box, or
Alright.
can Cheer and I do it together?
Potentially. But he's coming around. He's not gonna leave you.
You know what? All right, Chet. Listen, I don't want you to die. That's the important thing here. However, if you could make it seem like you want to die to the heron.
And they're like, oh, we'll see about that. And so he comes in. He kind of scuffs his entry though, and throws up a bit too much dust, and he might have gotten spotted. And you're driving in. You're driving in from the east, right? Your ATV.
Yeah.
And you're on the our Mirai friend Cheer Triumph Neutral is on the middle deck.
Mhm.
And Chet is coming down on the west side. And Cheer Triumph Neutral, they come within 50 meters or so.
Mhm.
It's time to pop out and pop your shot out of a window. Give me that very fateful pump.
Oh, great.
And it's the grenade launcher is a mod 2.
Okay. I didn't put grenade launcher in here. So,
Just ballistics with a modifier 2 will do.
okay, yeah, okay, I'm not using a weapon. Okay, got it. Because I'm not using that weapon.
You pump the grenade launcher, the underslung grenade launcher on your pulse rifle, boom, and it makes it to chunk as a little octagonal banana slice twirls its way up, and you see it burst as you roll me a rather important 8d6. This is representing a 4-8 hazard. Okay, that is 5 damage going at your dear friend, the Huron HK Assault.
Nice.
And
then I get out of that window and go to a different window.
Yep.
I'm not sticking around to get. I know how projectiles work and how traceable they are.
Yep. You managed to deliver massive damage to it. And yes, you get down and cover. The response is immediate. The rocket pods begin to fire. And you just see them screaming through the dust. Choo, 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 as it absolutely, rocket after rocket, begins to slam into the top of this craft here. And the explosions just rattle all around. And yeah, it's fired full auto actually. Oh god. Ooh, God, actually, not
I
right
definitely
now.
scrambled down to the bottom floor. I was on the top floor. I scrambled down
Yeah,
to the
you
bottom.
scramble down to the bottom floor. The rocket pod response comes, and they were in, and yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. The top of the vehicle, like the top back half of the cab, is like blown up. This breaches somewhat down below. The thing's already flaming, somewhat spark and explode around you, and a concussive explosion just rocks all around. To you, this only represents a 2-4 threat at the moment. You have 2 damage coming at you. Roll me your armor.
Okay. Sorry, there was a train going by. I caught it though. Not the train. What you said.
You didn't catch the train, yeah.
No! I can't reach armor. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah. So you take 2 damage, and also roll me a resolve to see how shell-shocked you are from that.
Okay.
And everybody roll me one last new initiative as the Huron swoops in, rocket pods blaring.
What? I did not do well.
You want to gain an edge in several level 1 shock, or do you want to reach that and try and see if you can succeed?
I'm gonna try to see if I can succeed.
I did the thing where I didn't do the correct.
Oh, good old clicky clicky. All right.
Okay.
So, go up 1 edge. You
An additional one, so a total of 2.
Yep.
Okay.
And you wind up dropping. You drop one of the grenades. Not pulling the pin on it. You just drop it on the floor. It rolls a little. And you're freaking out, but you're keeping it together. And roll me that initiative.
Okay. I need to find myself.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Down below, which, come to speak of it, I should have Amanda down below as well, actually. All of you should probably be on the bottom layer for this.
I did it good.
Yeah. So, Chet says, I'm at the box. And, yeah, he's... Yeah, I feel like he's probably just like, you know, trying to not get seen or hit after he scuffed up that dirt. He's moving right here. If you're on HK Assault, sees that movement, knows that it just took a grenade from the middle of this structure, and side action, they are going to try and gain some evasion. They gain a single point of evasion, and they are probably going to just keep firing at the structure you're in, honestly. And they're just going to fire the smart gun. Bullets rake through the upper floors, and round just tear through ceiling and floor. This place is being shot to hell. As after a railgun round after railgun round rips through, and the already totaled engine begins to smoke a little. And it's only a matter of time until the Swiss cheesening of this building starts to hit you, this vehicle.
Yep.
And it's worth noting so like it seems like they're operating on the level because you notice they tried this evade test again and actually go up to 2 evasion. It looks like they probably are a pilot co-pilot setup. So there's 2 people in there. Just keep that in mind. 2 people are taking the turn on that initiative. Amanda, you finally drive up on the land train, and you're just getting shot to shit. What do you do?
I mean, like I said, get box. I don't know. I don't have a grenade launcher on me. I don't know in what situation I'm like taking that thing. So
Yeah.
This is a depend on your teammates to get themselves out of danger situation right now.
Yeah. So in the ATV, it's actually a handling of 2. Give me an operation with a modifier of 2 to just get to that fucking box. Okay, you succeed and get 1 twist for extra speed. You could be like here-ish, with 16 meters. You are visibly throwing up a smoke cloud around the edge of this thing, and like, it definitely sees you. That's your turn?
yeah, I mean, I don't.
Alright.
Do I have a side action or anything, or
Yeah, I mean, you could like draw or stow something or do something like that.
no?
Actually,
I mean, I'm
good
gonna pass
point.
out.
You could evade. You could evade.
I could evade.
Do you want to make as a side action? You want to make an operate with a modifier of 2 to maybe get some evasion armor, which could potentially stop you from being very dead.
I'm gonna reach that. Can I reach
You
that?
can't because you got a level 1 shock. You freeze up on the controls and you drift 1 meter further than you intended to. That's it. You can't reach it with that result. And you did, however, successfully reboot the AI earlier. It has 1 processing on its autopilot if you want to use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spend the 1 processing and you reroll it. You actually have 2 points of evasion armor on this craft now.
Okay.
Cheer, triumph, neutral. They're shooting outside. You're like, there's explosions, there's fire. This place isn't long for this world. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna scramble out to the ATV. We're done.
Okay, so you're trying to make your way to the ATV.
What do I?
What you see from here is like the hole and the box, and you know that's where Amanda's going. You want to try and meet up at the box?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna take 1 more shot from a conveniently fresh hole that they've shot in this train.
Yeah, so you wanna come here and like shoot right up.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna scramble.
You can't quite get a good look at them from here. They will be considered to have some cover if you take the shot from here.
Yeah. And it's just gonna be the pulse rifle that I dropped the other thing, right? Did I drop it out of reach, or can I reload?
You could pick up the grenade. Picking it up is going to be a side action. Loading is going to be a main action. Then you'd move. That would be your turn. If you want to just shoot, you're going to have to...
I don't think I have time to load the grenade. I'm just gonna shoot them with the pulse rifle.
Yeah, by all means, make me your attack.
It has pretty good armor piercing.
It does. Bear in mind, they will have some cover. But yeah.
So is that like a -2 modifier?
It's not. It is. They get more armor dice.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck that is. That looks complicated.
So, congratulations. That is a super twist.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be stopping this. No. You pop out and you pump pulse rifle rounds through the fuselage of the Huron HK Assault. Fire blooms as the hydrogen fuel spews and flames, and it goes down as you just empty your pulse rifle into your foe.
It's a desperate moment.
Yeah, and Amanda, roll me an operate with a modifier of 2 to get out of the like fall and crash radius of the Huron HK Assault.
Okay.
Yeah, you managed to gun it. In the process, you drop your revolver. It is caught in the blast. There's a huge explosion that rocks behind you, and yeah, you guys are here. You're at the box. All three of you, and Chet's like, well, we bagged ourselves quite the bird.
Mother's never gonna believe it.
You're so funny, Chet. You want to get drinks later?
Sure. I go for a drink after this shit show.
Amanda has never used that voice in character in her entire life.
Yes. So he remains oblivious. Do you wanna pop this open, or you just wanna try and drag this whole thing? It's not gonna. You could try and mount it on a slow, like slung monkey's paw rigging underneath the hover cycle. It's gonna be tricky. The hover cycle isn't meant to do lift jobs like this, or you could drag it behind the ATV.
I think the ATV, right? That's kind of why I picked it, because
Yeah.
it seemed like it was gonna be good for the box.
Yeah, so you guys can like strap it up. You can strap it up, and it is going to be connected after like 10 minutes work, unless somebody wants to make a mechanics test to do it even faster.
Cheer Triumph is just, their translator is just going astonishment Triumph, astonishment Triumph.
I don't have good mechanics.
Neither do I.
Chet will do it.
Cool.
He'll hop off and be like, all right, let's get this strapped up and ready to go. I know all about knots. And yeah,
Oh.
he manages to.
Cheer Triumph giggles for Amanda.
Amazing. The box gets strapped in. It hops on the cycle and he's like, "All right, time to go." And he kind of looks at Cheer like, I don't know, like which one you're getting on, but choose fast.
Cheer Triumph's gonna get on the back of the ATV, and they're just so proud of themselves that they're just gonna sit there in like a in like a shotgun position.
Mhm.
They're like, "Let's go."
Yeah. Nice
Ready.
shooting. Nice shooting, Officer Chair.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah. So you're on HK Assault, a flaming wreck of cooking off missiles and munitions exploding, causing ruckus behind you. Guys drive and fly to a point along the middle of the road when you get a hit on your slate. It's your contact with the Scusa. And yeah, the name is Beppo, and they call you, and they're calling. Do you pick up?
Yeah.
And they say, "Hey, what the fuck's happening? I see a lot of explosions over there.
Don't worry about it. Just
You have the goods?
Yes, always, absolutely.
All right. I'll be around." And it seems like Beppo is going to be there. You get like a little hit, and you get like a GPS coordinate to go to, basically. You ride on over. And the shuttle swings out. And you were supposed to do this as like a delayed drop thing, but obviously the situation has changed,
Has it really?
Yeah, so you find yourself out here in the dirt, relatively flat planet minus the bluffs, and yeah, the shuttle lands with like a huge flare of its engines, and it is what would appear to be a pretty typical ship. It is a modified Piranha, which is an old Human Empire strike fighter. And this one has like medical markings, implying it's got like emergency cryos on board. It lands, the ramp comes down, and out emerge Hurast, wearing fine suits, a Rast synth, and a rather stoic looking scientist. He pushes up his glasses. He walks forward and he's really very expectantly. Amanda, roll me a scrutiny test. Amanda, you've seen this man before. Over 100 years ago.
Ha!
This is Dr. Albright. Dr. Albright Yeno. And Dr. Yeno takes one look at you and then dismisses you immediately, looking right at the box and saying, I hope the device hasn't been harmed. You recognize him. You saw him at a naval weapons demonstration that you were at as one of the trigger pullers. He was talking with some brass about a device. You never knew any particulars. He was just another face, but you recognize him. Same lab coat, same expression on his face. This time flanked by Rast gangsters and a robot rather than human empire admirals. Chet just kind of looks at you guys, looks at him. He's like, "We got the goods. Get the money."
Yeah.
Dr. Albright's, Dr. Yeno's like, yes, the money will be transferred to your accounts, I'm sure. And you gesticulates at the Rast. Someone hits a button and you boing. You get the Cash App notification. They send over their synth, a hammerhead-looking John, very like mechanical. The Rast don't like the ideas of making their work robots look like themselves. I think it's a weird human thing. And it begins to take off the straps and everything. Dr. Albright comes closer. The Rast remain flanking him, and he's like, "Now then." And the synth like rotates the box. Are you guys taking off?
Yeah. You're looking real good, Doc.
Doctor, looks at you, narrows his eyes, and says, "I'm sorry, I don't remember introducing myself as a doctor."
No, it's fine. Things happen, people spend time on ice for 100 years. They lose something of themselves in the time and stasis.
And one of the screws of gangsters jerks a thumb and says, "Hey, I think she's saying she knows you." And Dr. Yeno looks at you very gravely and says, "I'm sorry. We made acquaintances before."
Long story. Don't worry about it. There's the box.
He looks at you very intrigued. And just looks at the box. He cracks it just a smidge. Looks at it and says, "Yeah, the device." Closes it and says, "All right then, gentlemen. The plan will proceed accordingly. Inform Mama Cascada. We've got what we came for." And the synth hooks up to it and starts dragging it into the back of, and they're like, "Yeah, sure thing. Now let's get the fuck inside. Cindy Cat motherfuckers love to roll up with military hardware. Good job shooting that fucker down, by the way." And Dr. Albright definitely gives a curious glance back at you as he boards the shuttle. But I'm assuming you guys, Chet's like, "Hey, we gotta fucking go, boss. We don't know if there's more Syndicate around here."
No, I'm good.
I need a gel bath so bad. Let's go. Half this money's getting spent on the spa. I don't care. Let's go.
Yeah. I gotta go reevaluate. A couple 100 years. How long has it been since the Human Empire?
The Human Empire officially fell 100 years ago. So
I gotta think about a couple. I gotta think about 100 years or so of time. Anyway.
Yeah. You guys burn off hard, and after quite the journey, through like dirt and like rocky landscape that gives you a very nice back massage as you roll over the dunes. You find yourselves, in town, and you make your way to the bar to settle things down and reminisce. And you've got your thousands of Raidos from this job, and you're feeling pretty good. What do you think you're doing, Amanda, as you settle in to the aftermath of this adventure?
I think Amanda wants to figure out if there's just like how many other people from her time are still alive, because that's at least one other person she's met now.
Mm-hmm.
And given what happened to her unintentionally, there might have been people who did that on purpose. So, for like getting frozen in a stasis pod for a century.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of her thing now. Also, she's puppy dogging over Chet until finally she gets frustrated and leaves the planet.
Amazing.
Swears off men, but that won't last.
It never does.
So yeah, you guys depart. And how have I not been able to find a single archived bar in the entire time I've been stalling? Anyway, yeah, you guys peace out, and your triumph resolve. Tell me, you've got your ill-gotten gains. What do you think? What do you think drives you forward here?
Yeah, so Cheer Triumph definitely spends a significant amount of time immersed in whatever like version of sensory deprivation that Mariah has. Like an unscented gel. I think that's a spa experience that exists, and they will spend some money on that.
Yeah.
Kind of waiting, I think, at this point in their career, because it's been a few jobs since last we saw them.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kind of waiting for something to show up on their calendar. Like, there's no point in having their own damn plans, because someone else will plan something for them.
Yeah, you figure it out, and you get ready for your next journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that brings us to the end of tonight. It's time for a little feedback phase, and then we're off. Short by half an hour. Unique game here tonight. I hope we all enjoyed it, but
We wrecked everything.
let's get into the nitty gritty of it, starting with Robin.
Yeah. Well, first off, hi, I'm Robin Bell. I am operator for Shrike Tabletop, a little Baltimore-based game design studio. And you can find us at Shrike Tabletop on every major social media platform. We're releasing a bunch of games in over the summer and fall, and doing Kickstarters for other projects. So all of that's on our website and our Twitter. So yeah. Having played Change Stars 3 times and gotten a good feel for the entire range of the system, I am really fond of the core dice mechanic. I realize that's not super helpful to you now at this stage, but the fact that it emphasizes over it goes from being just a really cool D6 pool thing to the results get more complicated just inherently as the session goes on.
You have to augur the dice with more and more shocks and shit.
Yeah, and and because the edge has been so rewarding, it's incentivized to do that. So then you just get these more complicated things going on. It feels like a tense action story. Just really, really good design.
I'm tense. And we won.
And I'm trying to think about anything. I don't know. I don't really have any negative notes for this session yet. If I have something, I'll let you know. I feel. I'm not gonna sit here trying to think of something negative. So
yeah, no, this is just that's the. What do you want to see more of? What do you think we're going to explore them better?
I mean, I'm now invested in I'm now invested in seeing more of this Albright character.
Mhm.
I also like just the idea of the Skuza. I think otter mobsters is really fun.
Absolutely.
The Rast are my favorite species, and after Amanda inevitably passes away in the Blaze of Glory, they will be my next character.
Oh hell yeah! And this is your first go at the ground combat, right?
Yeah, no,
extensively.
It's I feel like I already picked it up. The combat is fairly interwoven with like just the way the game's like mechanics work.
It doesn't shift to a new mode. It's just hey,
yeah.
more of this.
Yeah, we definitely do like in our own work. We do like more of like it's a new mode sort of thing. Even though like, but
kind of like here, space combat is a different mode.
Yeah, it builds. I don't know. It builds in really well. I didn't really feel like beyond like the fact that we were like restricted by action economy. Like I didn't feel like I don't know. The only thing is like I sometimes I feel like turn order in like non-combat situations would help a little bit more, just because like there were times where I was getting tunnel vision for what I wanted to do, and Cheer wanted to act, and I was like talking over her at some points, and I was
talking over him.
So just like having like that kind of like structured turn order like out of combat, I think even just like going between like, hey Amanda, what are you doing? Hey Cheer, what are you doing? Just so like I know when it's my time to speak.
Yeah,
even if that was like optional for personality combinations, like as like it's okay to have optional rules. And I think that our personalities are such that maybe an initiative for non-combat would be helpful.
Yeah. I normally avoid initiative for non-combat outside of places where it's necessary because it will inevitably make things take longer. But I see what you're saying, and I probably didn't toggle it great tonight. Yeah. I do it sometimes. I'll probably consider doing it more. Yeah. All that said and done. Robin, if that's the end of your feedback.
Yeah.
Hit me with it, Sparrow.
Yeah. Sparrow71 here on Twitch. I don't have a channel. I'm just saying that where you'll find me in either chat or on the screen for Milady Saito, Dark Aardvark, or Boys from the Baltic Star. That's where I am if they're live. So it was really great playing with you, Robin. This was
pleasure to meet you.
I love mixing it up with people I've never played with before. I thought that our characters meshed really well.
Yeah.
I love teamwork mechanics, and so getting to interact within Given Order or whatever it was, that felt that always just gives me a little bit of joy. Like, oh yeah, this player does this thing, and so something else happens for the other player, and like it's hard. Like in a certain other game that isn't quite D&D, but it's really close. There are teamwork feats, but you have to get another player to agree to take them with you. You're never going to.
Yeah, it's annoying.
So this one's just sort of like, well, only one person has to take a teamwork feat, and it benefits everybody. And I just love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Support. I'm always excited. Every time you ask me to play this, I'm gonna play this goddamn annoying character, and
amazing.
It's fine.
Okay.
What I would like to see more of is just I just want to play it more. I can't wait till it's finished, and I have that book in my grubby little hands, so I can make my friends play.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for coming out, Dreamers. I think we're gonna go raid Neon Lights roleplay. And au revoir. Be sure to check out these good people across the net. The target channel only allows in-network raids. Well, just kidding. I won't be doing that. However, ESPD&D is live right now, so let's see if they can take the raid. Take care, Lurb. It looks sketchy at the beginning. What are our odds, Lurb?
Sorry. That's what I mean.
Alright, I'm pumping the raid in 3, 2, 1, and let's jam. Raid